The Post Sports Bar and Grill presents Iggy's Drops of the Week.
I probably sign more pictures and take more pictures with females than males.
And you, too, can let stepfathers know at St. Patrick's Day parades that you are down to clown.
Your droppings have become my soppings.
Yeah.
Outlook. What is that?
My naughty little hoodie.
There's nothing important that I could ever bother learn with.
I think there's a lot of determining factors on if I would stay with a guy with a 3-inch penis.
9 o'clock, nakey.
But God, this guy got cucked.
Where are you finding all these power tops?
Webcam for boys and girls.
This is a bowl with a button.
I don't want to get pumped.
I don't know if this is hijacking or not. Once I go live, it lights up.
I was destined for stardom.
My problem this weekend was I really wanted to play Big Buck Hunter.
Who, did we just change topics? And the ladies, you're looking for MVC Strange?
Yeah.
So I guess you got to be all lubed up. You never know when you're going to get gaped.
You're trying to pick up the Berg girls?
I've already had sex.
You're talking chamby pots.
Is it a thing that you're just playing around with us, that you never add S's to the ends of words?
Perhaps you picked up on this. I don't care about any of it.
Just make a putt, Fleetwood, you idiots.
Oh, your sphincter needs attention.
What's wrong? You got a load?
Yeah, when I hear about one man licking another man's leg scar, it really makes me want to watch.
Oh, you walk in, it's like a mosh pit of sex.
I'm me, baby.
Today I feel more like a top.
They know I'll be dirty.
I think that's going to negate the pleasure my tongue can give you.
They know I'll cuck them.
Talk about getting cocked.
What do you drink, Tim?
I mean, I smoke blunts and drive a minivan.
Last time I played with Cletus, he poked me with a golf club right in the boy parts.
Step off, Grandpa.
Doug, check out my calves, bro. Got a soft cow now?
Because I'm a good little boy.
Did the reverse cowgirl over the toilet.
A lot that you desire in the kink world.
Oh, yeah,
no.
she's playing coy. I look up to you as my boss.
We could just erect a 600-foot statue of Tim.
And my glasses are perfect. Well, I definitely would spend money on you.
You're going to just do your own show now today, Leather?
No, I'm looking at the PBA standings for the Scorpion Open.
It was a pony for sure. That's a Sherwin-Williams cock.
Well, I definitely would spend money on you.
Should we be paying more attention to our Pinterest pages?
Are your nips taped?
You got some Illinois State strange.
That was Iggy's Drops of the Week, presented by The Post.
Stay posted, my friends.
Live from the Michelob Ultra Studios, KPNT-FM HD2, Collinsville, St. Louis. This is TMA All Day. Rise and shine, St. Louis. It's the Ryan Kelly Morning After on KPNT-FM HD2, Collinsville, St. Louis. At the Morning After STL on YouTube and on TMASTL.com with Tim McKernan, Doug Vaughn, Iggy Strode, The Plowboy, and Action Jackson.
Good morning, St. Louis.
Where's Tim? No, that wasn't Tim. Where is Tim?
Turn off your radios.
Oh.
My headphones don't work right now.
No.
I got nothing in my headphones.
Well, we had
Turn
no
up my
time to
bass.
check any of this out. Oh.
Turn up my bass. I need more bass
You
in my
got a
headphones.
thing in front of you
Okay.
if you want to. It's probably not pushed in or
Turn
something.
it up. Turn it up. a
Where's
little
my
bit.
snare?
How's that?
Oh, now we're cooking.
Okay.
Now
Yes.
we're cooking. Good look,
I love how I wasn't prepared either. I had to add some extra time so we could be ready.
No.
Just
You're-
just happens.
Ain't no one of us know what we're doing.
You're listening to the Ryan Kelly Morning After. I'm Action Jackson. We got Ken Iggy Strode, Douglas Elvin Vaughn, Darren the Plowhawk Atkins. Tim is out sick today. Tim is ill today. He was fighting through it the past 2 days, and he's getting right for Thanksgiving. But we have a special guest today, Doug.
Who's
a
that?
special guest in my booth in the Horton Watkins studio. TikTok star and just general great guy, KG in O-Town, a.k.a. D'Angelo Hopkins.
Hello, KG in O-Town.
Good morning, guys.
Oh, there he can even
listen
speak.
To him. Listen to him.
Can't see him back there.
No,
I mean,
so this is what it's like when someone talks and you can't see him.
Yeah.
He clocked in early. I think he got here at 3:30 this morning.
No.
Super pumped up for it. I'm excited. It was great to see him.
3:30.
I'm
You didn't get here at
kidding,
3.
dude.
What time did you
No.
get here, KG?
Oh, you know what time I got here. We rode in together.
Oh,
Yeah,
for
you woke him
heaven's
up.
sake.
he's come load for bear, Doug.
Do you guys both take showers? Is one of you guys a nighttime shower
All
guy?
right, that's enough. What does KG stand for?
KG?
We don't need to talk about that.
Wasn't that a Jim Rome caller? Is that where that came from?
No, it was a little just something to keep the identity secret way back in the day when I first started emailing in.
Oh, and O-Town is Overland?
O-Town was Overland. I was working
really?
at Rittner High School at the time.
Right, I remember that.
Huskies? Rittner Huskies.
Yeah, that's
Go Huskies.
home of Jerry Royce.
Jerry Royce?
Yeah, one of the great baseball pitchers, great left-handers of his era.
And
You never heard of Jerry Royce?
I've heard the name.
You've
but
never heard of Jerry Royce? One of the great athletes St. Louis has ever turned out.
Is he better as a Cardinal or Dodger?
Well, the Cardinals traded him before he got real good for Scipio Spinks, thank you very much, and he went on to win almost 300 games.
I don't think so.
He won like 250 some odd games. Check
I
it.
don't think he went that high.
He had a heck of a career. All right, let's stop what we're doing and find the stats on Jerry Royce.
So Jerry Royce is the original KG in O-Town?
I thought it was a Jim Rome thing. It was always somebody from O-Town and C-Town and B-Town on Rome.
Look, I still can't get over the Black Sox incident.
He won 220 games.
All right, well, you said 250.
220. He was a heck of a pitcher. He lasted
20 years?
20 years in the National League. He had parts of 3 years in the American League.
Hey, fellas, I expect a great show today. Just kidding. Maybe average at best. That's from the total package. Are we giving anything away for, Text of the Day? Because that might win it.
Can we just dwell on Jerry Royce for just a moment, please?
Please.
What's more important? He came up in 1969. He was still pitching in 1990.
Really?
1990, yes.
Jeez, 21 years.
This was a heck of a guy.
Yeah.
Great left-hander.
Averaged 8 wins a year.
Two-time All-Star.
You're down on the mix?
I think he's overrated.
Well, he's acting like he's
Pride of Rittner.
Sandy Koufax.
He had years where he won 14, 16, 16, 18, 14, 10, 18, 10, 18, 12, 14, 13.
What are you, Francesa?
Awesome. He's Chris
That
Sale.
kind of was a Francesa moment.
Well, if you have thoughts on Jerry Royce, please feel free to text them in 314-881-TMA5. You can call in. You can actually call in today because KG and O-Town will be back there manning the phone lines.
Yeah.
So you can call in at 636-900-4 TMA. You're listening to the Mungenast 7 o'clock hour. Mungenast, the official automotive provider of the Ryan Kelly.
What up, Clayton? What up, Jamie? What up,
Morning
Pete?
After. Doug, you work with Mungenast
What
all
up,
the time,
Ryan?
don't you?
Oh, gosh, I love Mungenast. Once you find a car guy, a place to take your car, it takes that whole big worry away.
Yeah.
Because when your car starts to have problems and you're thinking, oh, no, where am I going to take it now? I'm worried about what's going to happen. You don't have to worry anymore about Mungenast. They're fantastic in the service department. Sell you absolute great cars at fantastic deals. Nicest people you will ever deal with in the car business. Couldn't be happier with our association with Mungenast.
I saw a bunch of them Saturday. Mungenast had 2 teams at Gobble Bowl. The lovely Karen was out there. You know Karen, Doug. She always checks us in there.
Oh,
Right?
super nice, super nice.
And she won the 50-50.
Did she really?
Yeah, she was so happy. I'm so happy she won, too.
How much was that?
I think we split 1,900 and something. So
Sweet action.
yeah, over $900.
Nice.
But it was good to see all of them. They had a good time. I think they won a few things. So
Great.
good people. And the
Oh,
thing I
yeah.
love about my RAV4, heated steering wheel.
Oh, isn't that
Heated
the best?
steering wheel?
That
So your hands
is-
are toasty?
Yeah, because I never wear gloves. I've never worn gloves.
Why?
I don't know. I just never wear them.
In the winter, you don't wear gloves.
No.
You strike me as a tight leather glove guy.
No,
yeah,
I
how
just
do
don't
you
wear
not
'em.
have leather gloves?
I've never worn gloves. I don't know why.
Small hands?
No, I just never, because I guess,
It's kind of
you
weird.
take them off, you put them in your pocket, and then you got to put them back on.
Oh, hence the nickname Pockets.
Yeah, because I didn't have gloves
You're
on
just
in the stream. I just had them on my pockets.
Right.
But it takes like 2 seconds. And you
Really?
You hit the steering wheel. Oh, God, that's so warm.
I like the peace of mind driving knowing, oh, if something goes wrong.
Don't take my line. I started that.
Well, peace of mind?
Yeah,
I think that was-
Iggy cornered the market on
You
the
can
term
use it,
peace of
Plowsy. Go
mind.
ahead.
Iggy's
didn't
now
even
getting
know
territorial
anybody used
over his
that.
quasi-live reads.
Yeah, not even my live read.
Jamie's
Say what you
paying
want.
me to say peace of mind.
They have me in a new Toyota Highlander. I don't know if I have a heated steering wheel or not. I don't know if I know what lever to hit to get the steering wheel to heat.
I remember once when we were at the old station, and it was one of the most eye-opening, funny moments of my life was when Doug was sitting passenger seat in Iggy's car from Mungenast, showing him how to work the radio.
I didn't know how to get serious on there.
Because Iggy, you were just stuck listening to whatever was on. When we
Yeah,
had
I
to
couldn't.
do
I
it.
couldn't change it. I think I had Joy 97 or whatever that station is on there.
Yeah.
I said, this has got to change.
Well, the new cars are a lot more complicated than the old ones, for sure.
Yeah, but they got all the bells and whistles.
They
That's what
sure
can-
do.
They can do that for you over at Mungenast. Also, it's getting, it's warmer today. We're going to get up to this, 60 a day eggs?
I think it will hit 60 today. It didn't yesterday. I told people don't worry about 60, 57, 58.
How many people are really worried about 60?
But I think today will hit 60.
I don't know if you can even tell a difference between 58 and 60.
You can't.
No. But now is the perfect time to go check out Design Air Heating and Cooling. Plowsy, if I could I hear a little bit about the fine folks over at Design Air Heating and
Yeah, maybe later, Jackson, because I forgot to pull that beast.
That's all right.
Oh.
That's all right.
I thought we could. I thought we were able to talk about Design Air ourselves.
We probably can. Seth Goldcamp will come over, and if he doesn't, he'll send over one of his
Well, I
great
told
texts.
you, my landlord just recently used Design Air, and they came out literally that same day.
It's kind of like
it's
that Jimmy
no
John's
lie.
commercial where you call and they're there before you hang up the phone.
Like, I know we like to hype that up, but it actually was true. Call them at 9, and by noon, 1 o'clock, there's a Design Air truck sitting out there.
Yeah.
They got their booties on, and they're ready to get to work.
They're not tracking
fantastic.
anything into your home.
They're unbelievable, man. And does a lot of great things for the show, for charity's sake. I know Seth has been into the studio a few times. Gave us about 20 hats. Iggy usually supports one on his mic.
Use one on my mic, yeah.
So you go to designerservice.com and you hit book now because now is the time to do it.
Yeah.
So when it gets really, really cold, they're getting really, really busy.
Oh, yeah.
When it's 60 and nice, now is the time to get your furnace checked. Because the worst thing in the world is when it's freezing cold out and your furnace goes out.
Because everybody else is calling too.
Right, exactly. So get in touch with Design Air Heating and Cooling. You're listening to the Mungenast 7 o'clock hour here on the Ryan Kelly Morning After. Coming up at 9 o'clock, we got Jeremy Rutherford, presented by Mark Hanna. I texted Jeremy last night. I said, Tim is going to be out. He'll be out sick, so I'll be running points. So I hope you are ready to break down the Knicks backcourt.
We're not talking NBA, are we?
No, that's what he said. He said, let's do it. No, we'll talk some hockey. We'll talk about the Blues, these hot Blue Note, Doug, as they take on somebody.
Do the
Yeah, who
Knicks
they
still
play?
have Walt Frazier and Earl the Pearl Monroe in their backcourt?
No,
Yeah.
Earl the no,
Earl the Pearl's a 6-man now.
they just retired. They retired in 2019.
Do they? That's the last time I paid much attention to the Knicks backcourt. Boy, they were good back then.
We
Holy
were
smokes.
we were talking about, we had a text exchange about the awards coming up and about who we think should win. I'm not going to reveal anything. Don't worry, Jackson.
Oh,
I don't know how you can. I couldn't make heads or tails out of all that stuff going on.
I ended up just throwing out
Kinda like
some
your
of the
radio.
names and said I hope it's.
I was napping. What the hell's going on here?
Well, to be fair, it was
24 text messages.
It was 3.
It was 2:30 in the afternoon.
Yeah,
Well, it's like
2:30 or 3.
It's kind of fair game at 2 in the afternoon.
It's not outrageous for someone to send you a text in the middle of the afternoon.
I said, what is going on here? And I open up 24 text messages from you guys. I couldn't make heads or tails of these things.
Sorry to bother you.
Yeah, we were bothering Iggy. The reason I bring that up is there is a category of newcomer of the year, and JR has come out. I know he's not a listener. Yeah, that's.
Well,
I said he's a sneaky play because he brings up watching Iggy cooking show. The Bruce Nevich thing has wheels, and he'd help it out.
sure he would.
Getting Bucci one of those shirts. He's
Did JR
very.
listen to the show?
I think he does. I would assume.
I don't think we can give it to guest.
I know, but I said if there was somebody that I would like to vote for, I think JR would be a good newcomer of the year. He came out of here like a bolt of lightning. It's been great.
I love Jeremy Rutherford. He's
So do I.
Super
one
nice
of the
dude.
nicest human beings. He's so good at what he does. And look forward to hearing him at 9 o'clock, Doug.
All right.
Presented by Mark Hanna. Just tuned in. Is this a live show or a planned worst of? That's from a new poll eligible. Yeah, well,
Oh, get ready.
it can be both.
Yeah, we'll get worse as it goes.
Get ready. Get here to get at 10 o'clock.
This is the peak right here. You're listening. This is as good as we're going to get. Now, that can change if you call in press conference Wednesday ahead of Thanksgiving, Doug.
And you get to talk to KG No Time when you call in.
Yeah, this is it's like a little bonus. So call on in, and we'll answer any and all questions. We'll and then obviously in the Appliance Discounters 8 o'clock hour, we'll run the gambit. We'll do Mount Rushmore of Thanksgiving sides. Is mac and cheese a
gosh.
side?
What are we thankful for?
What are we
Potato
thankful
salad. Where does it go on your table, or does it?
Turn on any
Controversial topic.
station in the city. Turn on any station in any city. Hey, Beanie and the Butthead, guess what? Green bean casserole, yay or nay? Hate it, Weenie. I mean, you're going to hear that on every station in the country today.
Is that like your classic?
That's Family Guy all
like
day.
80s.
Yeah, that's 80s radio guy.
Doug, it sounds like a minor league baseball announcer.
Yeah, kind of yaggling, and here's the pitch, strike 3. I'm trying to have the perfect broadcasting voice to move on up the ladder.
Hey, everybody, coming up at 7:30, you're going to hear ABBA's new one. But right now, caller 59. We're going to give you tickets to go see the Bushnells.
The Bushnell, like the binocular people?
Nice. If they're throwing out Bushnells, I will go out to that concert.
I love a nice pair of binoculars.
She's a drummer, Nanny Bushnell.
Guys, that bit sucked. That's what Brian mentioned.
It wasn't a bit. Every other station will have that bit.
It was a little sketch, is all it was.
Yeah.
No, I'm just telling you what other stations will talk about today.
We said right when we all got into the studio, let's just get to 10. Let's just.
Well, we're gonna power through, and if you don't like the show, I always say this when I'm running point. It's on the listener. If you're not gonna provide us content, I don't know what you expected of us.
It certainly isn't on us. I mean, this is our job. This is our full-time job. But part of our job is not to come up with content for the show.
I agree. I'm
That's
pissed.
on the people who listen.
I'm pissed at the listener. They didn't remind me. I needed to cut that Design Air Live read.
The hell with them.
If it's not them, we don't know what we're doing.
No.
100%. The listeners, it's on you. Iggy, this is gonna be your last show for like a week and a half.
Like 11 days.
Yeah, boy. So
Yeah, I probably won't be back then. They'll hire KG in O-Town. He's done a great job, Iggy. You're done.
Is this where the pouting begins now?
Well, it might after 11 days when I get a call from Tommy. Yeah, I decided to go a different direction. KG in O-Town just killed it.
How'd you like to be a fill-in guy? On call.
So what? So basically, your day will be similar to it is now, but you just sleep in.
Yeah. I mean, I may do something. I don't know.
You should take a trip.
I may get a wild hair and drive down to Springfield for a couple days.
Oh,
We'll see Ned Reynolds?
No. I got friends down
Johnny Johnson?
there. I'm sure he'll be somewhere.
Johnny Morris?
Get a cabin outside of Bourbon and just.
I wish I knew Johnny
that
Morris.
sounds horrible.
Met him a couple times, but I wish he was a friend. Johnny Morris. Can play all those courses down there.
Bass Pro guy.
Yeah. Met him a few times. He's been in the studio a couple times when I worked down there.
That new Bass Pro Shop they're building by my house is going to be enormous. They keep taking over other stores that were in the same lot there.
I'm a little
be
confused
huge.
about this new office park. Doug, you're obviously back at news. You work 10 hours a day.
The
You
one right
love
by
it.
Soulard?
Yeah.
No, there's a new one opening up. Oh my gosh, I forgot. I probably shouldn't have brought it up now they don't know the location. But to me, it just looks like in a year that's all going to be vacant property, just begging for a business to go in there. I don't know. It just.
Where is this?
Those office parks sometimes just do not work out.
We have to know where it is to have a comment on this.
It was on every Channel 4, Channel 2, Channel 5.
Is it in the West End? 10
No,
West End office
it's
building?
in the county.
Oh.
Not the Crestwood Mall site. You're not talking about that, are you?
I do believe
Can we
I
bring the Crestwood Mall
am.
back?
To where it was going to be an athletic complex facility. That
Are you
was.
talking about the
okay.
mills?
The power plant?
Thank
The
you,
mills.
thank you,
Oh,
thank you,
the
thank you,
mills?
thank you. But they're now making half of it an office park, and you look at it and goes, who's going? What business? Because it's brick and mortar is like, I mean, talk about a falling from grace.
Yeah.
I mean, nobody's really doing office space right now. I was just surprised that half of that entire lot was going to be an office park.
Yeah.
Is there a need for another abandoned office park in St. Louis? Go.
Don't tell me to go.
Well, it's
But it
abandoned
just seems-
now, so
Dan Buck had huge plans and worked his tail off
I
to
feel-
try to make that happen. And then the pandemic hit.
That was the worst.
And then I think some of the financing went other places because of the pandemic. Yeah.
The Powerplex, that's what it was called. That was going to be. It was
I
like a
think
huge
so.
athletic
Yeah.
complex
Yeah.
with like go karts and.
I'm not sure it's completely dead. I think they're still looking for more, another big financier.
I had an idea the other night, and I say that my brain is always percolating.
Yeah.
And I thought it'd
It's
be
just an idea machine.
It is, but I was thinking of things that I could open up that would work. A miniature golf course
Yeah, I thought that
with
too.
like a tropical theme. Like you go from one hole, there's palm trees and maybe a little rainforest, and then you have little tiki bars like at every sixth hole if you want to stop and have a beer.
Got a grotto for after the match.
You'd have
yeah.
to do that inside here, probably.
Yeah, it'd be an indoor, yes. But I think it'd work. People come in out of the cold and want to get in there in a nice warm atmosphere. Feel like you're in.
It's freezing. Let's get out of the cold and putt.
Well, people like to putt.
Yeah, I know they do.
Where do you even go putt-putting in this?
I don't think there is one. That's why I thought of it.
Oh,
there's one by like Union Station, but it's really small.
There's one at Big Bend and Doherty Ferry by the bowling alley.
What is that?
there.
Spin around Fun Town?
Swing around Fun
Swing
Town.
around Fun Town.
Yeah, but you got
they
other
have
stuff
one,
in there. This will be strictly
Dedicated,
putt.
like it's Myrtle Beach.
Yes, dedicated to just the putt people.
It is a perfect first date location.
That's a great first date.
Yeah.
I thought that what's his name? Joe Edwards down there in Delmar Loop. I thought he built one, or he was gonna build one. I heard nothing of it.
Yeah, I feel like I heard.
Oh,
They don't even have the one at Tower T anymore. That's gone now.
Really?
Well, I take that back. They built a new little putting area, but it's not what you think of as miniature golf, where you're putting it through the clown's mouth. It's kind of legitimate putting.
The Fairview Heights Collinsville area has a nice one, Centerfield Park.
Oh, have they?
That's a little far out there.
Well, that's
putting one in my cities.
Brentwood used to have a putt-putt right there on Manchester.
I used to work there.
Did you?
In the summertime, they let us blow all the leaves off the course, then we got to play free all day.
It was a popular place.
Oh, it was.
See, have you seen the renderings? And I got grilled on the fan page. That could be a shirt because I've gotten grilled on it almost every time I post or comment. But there was this one rendering going around, like a new Carl's burger place, but it's it's like a go-kart track. It literally looked like something out of like a comedy movie. It didn't look real. And so I love Carl because I love the old school in this. They don't change much. They didn't add seating. They didn't add big, they're very much exactly how it was probably 20, 30, 40 years ago. And this looked ridiculous. Like, I feel like it would taint the Carl's name
Don't
if it looked
taint.
like it literally looked like a swing around Fun Town with a Burger King on top. Come on.
You don't like that? What's wrong with that?
I thought
Sounds
it
right
was
up your alley, to be honest.
for the first month. I didn't comment on it because I thought it was fake, and then it was posted again on the fan page.
Yeah, where's that going? Is that O'Fallon?
Is that real? Is that happening? It looks. I hope that's not what it looks like.
I agree with you, though, as far as, Carl's is an institution.
It's phenomenal.
The first job I ever had was flipping burgers at Carl's.
Really?
Yeah.
I love the
Slinging root beer?
nostalgia of it.
I stayed away from the root beer barrel. I was just burgers.
You stayed away from the root beer barrel.
Well, I
It's
couldn't.
not like there's a lot of room in there to stay away from stuff.
I couldn't reach.
Yeah.
But yeah, as a kid, I was still in high school. But then even in Corey League, you get done with your game, straight to, we played at Brentwood Park usually.
Yeah.
Go to Carl's after the game. And it's such a quaint little place. You don't bitch when you go in there if there's no stool.
I'm waiting and I'm happy.
You don't care, but
There's no stool?
if there's no stool available, there's only like 7 on each side.
No, not even.
So, you don't mind waiting because you know what you're going to get.
Oh, yeah.
But if you put it out there and these people, new burger place, they don't know about the tradition of Carl's and what the hell, no place to sit, and they open it, unless they make it a huge restaurant, then you take away the beauty of Carl's.
Yeah, I just want one Carl's. I want it exactly where it's at. I want it to look like exactly how it is 10 years from now when I take my future kids there. I want it the same. And maybe that's just me being stubborn, but those renderings looked like a carnival clown show.
Well,
so I hope that's not what it's going to
Isn't it
look
okay
like.
to keep the original Carl's and then to add something new? Times change. It used to be when you wanted to go to the grocery store, you'd go to that small little corner grocery store. Now you're going to Deerberg's and Schnucks. They got bands playing. It's an
But those
entire
are all
city block
different,
long.
all different brands.
Instead of going to a little hardware store, now you go to Home Depot or Lowe's. It's an entire shopping complex. You got to do volume.
Boy, is it ever.
Sam's and Costco's, they've kind of changed the landscape of retail.
Yeah, you're not wrong. I love Iggy, but that putt-putt idea is absolutely trash, B.
Really?
From
Dude,
Man-Child
it's a
79.
it's
Why,
a
buddy?
fun family place, and I'm with you. Date time, you have a nice conversation. It's very much so like, you're not taking it seriously. Usually you're not nervous about any of that. That's a
Birthday
great place.
parties.
There's a reason why Swing Around Fun Town still exists, and mainly it's because of, I guess, the batting cages or whatever they have there.
Yeah, they got
I would have putt-putt tournaments. The one by my house used to have one. And me and Jerry Welsh, guy I grew up with, lived on the same street, made it to the finals.
Did you?
We got to the last hole. We were tied, and we were playing for a new 10-speed bike.
And you got nervous again, didn't you?
I missed a putt, and I threw my putter all the way across the course into the parking lot.
How'd that go over with everyone else?
Not good.
You get thrown out?
A temper on a guy on golf doesn't look good.
No.
But I threw the putter. I got pissed off, and Jerry took the bike.
Oh, Jerry got the bike instead.
Well, I beat him, or I played him in the finals. He beat me, so he got the bike. I had to see it every day.
It was a nice bike, too, wasn't it?
Jerry
Royce would have beat you.
It was a 10-speed. But it was just a fun place. Now, if you had something just devoted just to putt-putt, nothing else, no batting cages, no golf carts, no, just putt-putt.
Well, you can do it.
And every hole would have a different theme. And it wouldn't be this gargantuan thing you see in Orlando with huge clowns and huge barns and windmills. No, it would be...
Windmills.
Windmills. It would be like the one in Brentwood. The one in Brentwood. The only thing they had was the 18th hole. It had like a little barn. The door would open up, and you had to get in
I like
there.
a barn door.
That was it. Everything else was like you had a little strategy. One hole had straight and then a big hill going up, and the hole was in the middle. If you didn't hit it hard enough to get it up the hill, it would come back down. If you hit it too hard to go through.
So why don't you build something like this? It doesn't take $1 million to do that.
I want it to be so competitive.
Can I do it for $49.50?
That people bring their own putters, and I would love a
You can do that. Anywhere they'll let you do that.
I would absolutely love a mini golf course that would have like a putting green by the first like putt box.
A real putting.
Like so when you're waiting to get you actually
you can practice
in your
Doug, we got a text here in the Engineer Design Facilities text inbox that's coming from inside the building.
Oh no.
Nice.
Hulky Culkin. He says pout pout putt putt.
That would
good
be a
singer
name.
there, D'Angelo.
No, because people go there who don't know me. They wouldn't know what pout.
But you could be there pouting.
It's a catchy name. You can't deny that.
Yeah, maybe 18 holes, just some dude putting, some dude pouting.
Jackson looks like a cross between Larry Bird and the Swedish guy in Fargo. It's from Hugo Posh.
Oh, we're all working on camera. Mine apparently works now.
I take that as I reset the camera so we didn't have the
dark night,
the black screen. Jackson, what are your Skanksgivings plans for tonight? Will you suspend your 48-hour rule in observance of the holiday? Probably not, but I'll be hitting the town.
Where does this night rank on the bar scene nights over the course of a year?
I mean, I think it's so special because in the summer you go out almost every weekend because it's nice out. Yeah. A lot of the bars have outdoor areas, which is great. But in the winter, it's kind of touch and go because if it's freezing and like snowing out, you're probably not going to be hitting the bars. So tonight, it doesn't matter what the weather is. Everyone's
out. And
it's all like everyone's back in town. So it's up there.
Does it rank right after New Year's?
I like it better than New Year's because New Year's is a constant disappointment, and like you usually pay a lot of money for whatever you're doing, and it's almost never worth it. Whereas Thanksgiving is just a night to go out with your friends, many of which don't live in town anymore, just in time for Thanksgiving.
Do you consider yourself a skank?
No, I'm a boy pig.
Oh,
I'm a boy pig. Would you agree with that, D'Angelo? I think we're all boy pigs.
I got a little boy pig in me.
Have you?
Clip that off.
What does it take to have a little boy pig in you? What does that mean exactly?
Clip that off. I guess just getting ready down for whatever.
Oh, really?
Not afraid of the spotlight. Where's Tim? That's from the Bellefontaine Belly.
Oh, sure.
Well, we've all asked that, and we've answered that.
Tim is out sick
A boy
today.
pig is like a girl that's loose, pretty much. At the end of the night.
That's almost every guy.
Well, no, I'm not like that.
No.
I used to be.
No, you have
now.
extremely high standards.
No, I just got old. No, I used to be a boy pig. I used to be I was a boy slut.
Oh, shallow as all get out, right?
Yeah, I was shallow. But that's kind of like what a boy pig is. This guy just doesn't care if he gets turned down at a bar 9 times. He'll just keep trying and trying and trying until he gets that girl that says yes.
Not afraid to go to the dirty areas.
Yeah, there you go. Doug,
mudslides.
You were wanting it, and little World Cup update. The Germans have scored against Japan. It is 1-0 Germany on a 33rd in the 33rd minute, a penalty kick by Ilkay Gundogan.
Surprise! It's a penalty kick. It's nobody actually trying to defend the goal.
Right. Let's give them the
goal.
goal.
Because you can't score when there are 15 people in front of you.
Right.
How many soccer picks did Joe have in his pick 6?
Just one, same as number as you.
Yeah, I figured everybody. When you see 125 at Iran,
I love that. I loved that play. I was shocked to hear that the U.S. is only minus 125 against Iran.
Yeah, unless they lose to England.
They're gonna. What do you mean?
Well, they are going to lose to England, but then I just figured if they lose to England, they're going to probably have to score some goals against Iran.
If they lose, if they, I mean, they're going to lose to England, but then you got to run it up against Iran.
And Wales is going to lose to England, so it's just a matter of goal differential.
Well, the problem with Wales and England is if England really smokes the U.S. or wins in general, they'll have 2 wins, which will put them through. So they could possibly sit some of their main players for their reserves against Wales. Now, the England reserves are still super good, but
I couldn't name one person on the U.S. team.
Really? You could name one. What about the 2 guys from St. Louis?
I don't know him.
Josh Sargent.
I watched the game and I can't remember any names.
Tim Ream.
Yeah, he scored the goal.
Yeah.
The star player, Christian Pulisic. Or Pulisic,
I don't
whatever
know
you want to say.
I think we should be in a group with Iran, Russia, and China. Just the people we hate the most. How about that tidy little
Winner
group?
goes home.
Doug, you were worried about the French side. The French side won 4-1 yesterday over Australia.
Don't say side.
See,
How come it's only a side in soccer, but no other sport is it the other side?
The French side.
USA is going to have a Drinkowitz-style game plan against England, and it's going to be so boring.
Park the bus out of
It's going to be playing. They're not going to be playing to win. They're going to be playing to try not to have England score 3 or 4 goals, and that is going to be such a boring defensive kick it out of the zone and just kind of.
I suppose if they were to lose 1-0, they'd be very happy, probably.
If you rolled
not very
one,
happy, but they're satisfied.
Oh
with it.
yeah, just at a cross country meet, if you just roll the soccer ball right in the middle, that's kind of what soccer is. Right?
So you're saying they're going to park the bus?
They're gonna, and I guess I don't blame it because that's the strategy at hand to go by goal differential. Certainly, you don't want to get rocked 5-0 or 4-0.
No, you do not. 2-1 would be ideal. Or hey, how about a draw? 2 draws? Be in good shape with 2 draws.
Now, what if you just put all your defenders, everybody, up around midfield, and then whenever they went behind you, they'd be offsides, right?
No, so if every defender is ahead of midfield.
Or what if you stayed a yard behind midfield?
Yeah, but then if the person with the ball got behind everybody there, then it's only offside if they pass it past the goalie. So, like, you could still easily get past that. But if all the defenders are ahead of midfield and the offensive player is still behind the half line, they're not offside.
God, it'd be funny if every player
they're behind
locked
them.
arms end to end, and this is how they played the
This game has
entire
been played
time.
for like 1,000 years. If there's no strategy, someone hasn't tried. So I'm sure someone's tried something similar to that to try to. But they got to score. They got because not only is goal differential important, but in tiebreakers, one of them also is goals scored. Yeah. So getting goals is also very important.
Look, I know there's 11 people out there. There's a lot of people. There's 22 people.
Which is mind-blowing to me that is even a thing.
Yeah, but there's so many people out there. I just don't understand how you have almost a goal. You have 3 people in the box and a pass and a kick and a save, and then it comes back to the guy. And the next pass is to the guy behind him, the next pass is the defender, and the next pass is back to the goaltender. Like, you were just there scoring, and now the ball's all the way back there. You just keep pass it to the goaltender. Like, you had a goal opportunity, and now you're past the ball all the way back to your own goaltender again.
Have they talked about
get it.
not having ties?
No.
Is that never going to be?
There's ties in American sports, too. You can tie in the NFL.
I guess if you played the championship game, they'd have to break a tie somehow.
Yes, they would play it overtime.
They would play a mystery amount of minutes.
They play some minutes. I remember because soccer is big in Bermuda, along with cricket.
Big everywhere.
Along with cricket.
Huge.
But I don't know what year it was, but we were all watching, and it was the finals, and I'm pretty sure Argentina was in it. All I know is it went to a penalty kick. And I'm thinking, you played all these weeks and you got the finals, and now it's going to be determined on penalty kicks?
Yeah, so after overtime, if no one scores in the 30-minute overtime, going to penalties, that is actually a take that a lot of people think.
Yeah, I get it because
there's no other way to settle it.
Yeah, there's no sport where you put more effort and strenuous and you have to be so athletic to play soccer because you're running for 90 minutes.
Dude, I
pretty
could
much
never do that.
Until you flop and then you get a 5-minute break.
Yeah.
But you can't just keep playing until somebody scores. I mean, you get to the point where there's like
you could do what hockey does in the regular season, play with 3 guys on the field.
That'd be so tiring.
Someone will score.
Those guys run like 15 miles a game. It's crazy how much they're. But I hear you saying, they just can't keep going because eventually everyone's cast out of their mind. You're tired for 2 days after a soccer game.
Yeah.
Ryan Kelly's tired for 2 days after doing mortgages. And yet he'll still continue to swing mortgages. Black Friday, all season long with Ryan Kelly. No need to wait for a Black Friday deal from Ryan Kelly, the home loan expert. The Black Friday deal lasts all season long. Getting this deal is simple. You just fill out the digital application at thehomeloanexpert.com/Friday before January 1st. After your loan closes with Ryan Kelly, the home loan expert, you'll get $1,000 back, $1,000. The deal is only good to the end of the year, so grab it now while you can. Get started today. Here's the address again, thehomeloanexpert.com/Friday to get that Black Friday deal all season long. Ryan Kelly, the home loan expert, there to help you. All you have to do is give them a call, check out the website, get your information in there, and they will get you taken care of with the best mortgage that you can find anywhere. Thehomeloanexpert.com. Thank you, Ryan Kelly. Thank you, Sir Mortgage.
Thank you, Ryan Kelly. Plowboy, can I hear about the wonderful folks, Tommy Sobolka, over at VIP Auto Accessories?
Word up, G.
Oh,
Tommy Sobolka, and he wants you to call him directly. Don't worry about messing around. You just go right to the guy in charge. 314-428-3900 or email him at tommy.cibulka@VIP Auto Accessories. VIP Auto Accessories is your one-stop full-service shop for all your auto accessory needs. They do van and truck upfitting for commercial fleet vehicles, provide graphic solutions for vehicles, retail office space, floors, windows, and more, and have a full array of public safety solutions, including for EMS and police fleets. VIP is now a full-service operation, providing top-quality service and the ability to get it done now. VIP's one-stop shop will save you time and hassle. Go to VIPAutoAccessories.com or call Tommy Sobolka at 314-428-3900 or email him at TommySobolka@VIPAutoAccessories.com. That's Tommy Sobolka and VIP Auto Accessories.
That's VIP.
What a clean, crisp edit.
yeah, very sweet.
VIP. We are in the Michelob Ultra Studios here in the Ryan Kelly Morning Afternoon. We'll look up at the sign real quick. We got this beautiful sign right here. 2.6 carbs, 95 calories. I could see myself having about 10 of those tomorrow.
10 of the signs or the beers?
Both.
I like the signs. I'd like to have some of those in my basement. Those neon beer signs.
Yeah, they're awesome.
Those are really cool.
They
I had
are.
about 3 on Saturday.
Yeah, I had quite a bit on Saturday,
Mick
too.
Ultras.
Yeah, delicious. That's a good Thanksgiving beer. It's light. You can still pack it on. I could see myself eating a lot tomorrow.
How much do you think you'll gain? How much weight?
Probably a pound or two, and then just release it all, baby.
Oh, don't say that. I think you should weigh yourself before you eat and then after you eat.
Yeah.
And see how much you gained.
See, I'm a big wine guy in the holiday season. Beer is certainly great. Mick Ultra will probably have a few of those, but I do enjoy myself a glass or 2 or 3 during the...
Of red?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, do you?
100%.
Yeah, there's really no wine that goes with turkey.
What goes with turkey?
It'd be-
You're down
be
on
white
turkey.
Well, there's a white wine. I mean, yeah, we did buy a white wine to go with the turkey and whatnot. We did buy a port from this winery in Defiance, and it's a fire. It tastes like butterscotch for
yeah.
like mainly desserts.
Port?
Oh.
Yeah.
Wash it down.
It
After dinner
is.
drink.
It's delish.
Not cheap port. You get a good port.
It was not, no, but it was very, very good. Obviously, this isn't probably your top shelf, but it was phenomenal. So I'm excited about that. Some nice drinks.
Yeah, I talked real quick. Let me just get this out of the way.
Sure.
Well,
Stop talking, Plowsy.
No, because people probably think I talk too much.
Is this more plans for putt, pop?
No. I mentioned that I had about 3 Mick Ultras on Saturday.
Oh.
Got the results from Gobble Bowl, and with all of the donations that also came in online at megameyerfoundation.org, people were donating throughout the day. Jamie Burkhart, some other people who donated throughout the year, just shy of 25,000.
Oh, that's nice.
Another Gobble Bowl success.
That is so awesome.
That's pretty good for
Iggy,
like 3.5
that is
hours.
so awesome.
Yeah, that's
I didn't do
killer.
anything. It's all the people that donated.
No, you
No.
are instrumental to it. You put in a ton of work all year for it. It was a
No, we all
wonderful
do.
event.
The whole foundation does. And, we don't do it without everybody who comes out and buys raffle tickets and our kind sponsors who donate throughout the year. Jamie doing our DraftKings thing. All that money goes to Gobble Bowl. So, very good afternoon. So, another successful one, and we've already started for next year.
What have you started doing already?
Just
So awesome.
putting things away that we had extra that will be going into next year's raffle.
Oh.
Email Mike Ruzioni. Hey.
Well, he hooks it up every year, doesn't he?
I wait for him. He doesn't even email me back anymore.
He just sends it.
Yeah, this year he did because he said, "When's your event?" Because I have to order some more jerseys. He's like, "Oh, we got time." He goes, "Okay, when I get a jersey, I'll get it out to you." But if he has jerseys, I just email him and doesn't email me back, and then I just open a box one day. Oh, there's a package for Mike Arizona.
He probably likes to be remembered still, because that's been 42 years now.
But that movie, Miracle, is phenomenal. One of my favorites to watch.
So thank you to everybody who came out.
But if you're under like 50, you might not have any idea who Mike Arizaroni is.
I just know he was like the best player on the U.S.
He
team.
wasn't even the best. He just scored the biggest goal.
He was the captain.
Yeah.
And he did score the biggest goal. He probably wasn't the best.
No, he didn't have an NHL career, I don't believe.
I think Callahan was, or the...
Ken Morrow was a
McClanahan.
really good defenseman that played a long time in the NHL.
But whenever they would go out and do speaking engagements, it was always Mike Arizaroni who was like the spokesperson, so he got all the notoriety.
We had him on the air on spring training once. Remember that?
Mike Ruzioni?
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
Yeah, he was down there at the Cardinal camp.
Why the support for Iggy right now in the EDF text inbox, which is awesome, because about 5 minutes before that, that was certainly not
I
the
always
case.
do that. I always do that when I'm getting trashed. I'll bring up something good.
That's a great job, Iggy, from the total package. Don't poo-poo your contribution, Iggy. Great job, as always. That's from King Fupa. Iggs, that was a worthwhile hijacking. Glad to hear it's a success. That's from the Millennial. Yeah, tip of the cap, Iggs. That's awesome. I had a great time at Gobble Bowl. I had met Greg Vaughn before I played golf with Greg Vaughn, but I got to meet the other two brothers Vaughn.
Yeah.
They were wonderful human beings.
Don't look
as
anything
well.
alike, do they?
No, they do not.
No.
You never met John?
I'd never met John. I had never met John
yeah.
before, and he was lovely. I walked away with some sort of sweatshirt, and he said, "Ooh, let me see what that looks like on you, boy."
Oh, God, this show's ruined him.
Oh, you got the Cardinal zip up, I think, didn't you? The gray Cardinal zip?
Yeah, so I won the Nolan Arenado bobblehead.
Oh, that's right.
And someone traded me. Someone was like, "Hey, you want to make a trade?" I was like, "Sure." And yeah, it's a great little sweatshirt, but all the stuff was awesome. It's tough. It's tough when you're bowling though to like hear everything that's being called.
I know.
So like I was lucky to hear because otherwise like it could be tough, especially when you're on the one side of the alley.
You know what I thought you could do is maybe know how many gifts you're going to give away. Pull that many raffle tickets out. Tape the winning numbers right by the objects. Just tape them down to the table. So then when people get a chance to come see if they won, they can just see if they won one of the prizes. Then you don't have to stand there and call out numbers all day long.
I just think the beauty of it is people waiting to see if they won anything throughout the day. If we do that and we put the numbers down and then I won. And
well, just
that's pretty much over.
just do 10 at a time or something.
Yeah. Well, I didn't have a problem. Everybody heard it. Eventually, I didn't have one person. All right, nobody picked it up. Let's call another one.
That never happened?
No, not till the end. And I guess because people probably left early.
Yeah, clear out a little bit. Yeah.
So they left before.
Then you get wasted, too, and don't hear anything.
And I felt bad. The guy who won the lotto board, I called it off like 3 times. Okay, this one's done. And I called off, and it was a card. You have to rip the card in half, and you got your card. So I called the second card, and here comes Johnny Lay running out. Hey, I think it's mine. I was in the bathroom.
Oh, no.
I said, So the guy's sitting there ready to get the lotto board. I said, come on, man. He was in the bathroom.
But then everyone understood.
Yeah, he said, it's fine. So Johnny goes, where's the booze? I said, no, you won the lotto board. I thought it was for the booze bin. No, you got the lotto board.
Was he in the bathroom
Get
number
back in
1
the
or
bathroom.
number 2?
Yeah, you should have gone at home.
Oh, I saw some people in there doing number 2.
Oh, no. At a bowling alley?
That's the
It
worst.
sounded like a rocket ship was
Cave
taking
Springs
off.
has great bowling. All right, has great bathrooms, but still, taking a dump in a bowling alley with 300 people in there, that's...
Oh.
There was too
I
many,
would have driven home and come back.
There was too many times I saw jeans ruffled on the floor
No.
next to brown shoes.
And somebody took a picture and put it in the fan page, pre-Gobble Bowl dump. And then you see that ugly-looking bowling shoe peeking through the side.
Get yourself regular.
Yeah, I gotta address the whole bowling shoe thing. We gotta update those.
Yeah,
we gotta bring those. There is no less attractive footwear than wearing bowling shoes around.
If you go to a bowling store and buy bowling shoes, they look almost like normal shoes.
They do, yes.
But if you rent them, they look like something that came out of Barnum and Bailey's roadshow.
I don't know. I agree with Jackson. You would think because you have to buy so many, bowling alleys have to buy so many, they're not going to buy any stylish bowling shoes. They're like $50 a piece. I think both my bowling shoes, well, I didn't pay for them, but bowling shoes are like $150 a piece. They're like tennis shoes. Now, I look good in my bowling shoes because I make sure.
Of course, you look great.
I have a camouflage pair from Dexter. They're like a green and black.
Sure.
And then I have a pair from, I believe, Motive.
You'd put your bowling shoes up against anyone.
That are black and silver.
They're in your closet too, right?
Yeah, 'cause I don't bowl anymore.
Part of.
When are you going to get back out on the lanes?
Never.
You didn't throw one single stone on Saturday?
They'll say stone.
No, I haven't picked up a bowling ball in 6 years.
What's up with
Really?
the guys with like the
Really?
gloves that like show fingers and did that
Bowling
work?
gloves?
Did that work? You can be honest.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Okay.
It's a lot.
Oh, look at the size of that cinnamon roll. Oh, my God.
Oh,
It's the size of my head.
what do you think? 1,500 calories on that? thing,
Maybe not that many. I would go in the
1,000?
1150.
KJ, did you
range.
see him pass with that cinnamon roll when he passed by the Hornwalken Studios?
I didn't. My head was down. I missed it.
Oh my God!
Ooh.
You should see this thing.
Heavy.
Where did you go to get that?
Gas station. I guess.
I mean, you got up out of the room and left. Where was it?
it was in
went to
my
heat it
lunch
up.
pail,
Don't say lunch pail.
and then I went and heated it up in the
Oh,
microwave.
you heated it up.
Yeah.
Plowsy's lunch pail is one of my favorite things in the world because it's filled with like fruit snacks, yogurts, bunch of different baked items, and then like a pack of cigarettes and a lighter.
Yeah.
Donuts.
You know, I did bring a Christmas ornament though. We had an extra one. It's a microphone.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah, we
For
didn't
our
have
little
room on our
Nicholas.
tree. I didn't know where to put it. Nobody know where to hang it.
We need a tree in here.
I love that.
You guys got a tree up already?
I mean, my rule is with no trees up until after Thanksgiving. So we'll do that on maybe Sunday when we get back from Canton.
You know what I'm going to do? I'll talk to Jesse today. Because we have this chair that I brought in one day. It's actually from the kitchen. I can take that back. There's an empty box over there from Manscaped.
There's a lot of nonsense over there.
Yeah, we could take all that out and put a little table over there. And I think we could put a little Christmas tree over there in the corner.
Like a little Charlie Brown one?
Yeah.
But you wouldn't see it. It's out of camera range.
Well, I said we put a table over there. I don't care who they can see it. We can see it.
I'll turn my camera
It's
the
for
other
us.
way. That's fine.
It's for us
with
to
me.
make it Christmassy in here.
Will we have ornaments on there?
I think we could put some tinsel, some garland around here.
Can
I'll actually come in on a Saturday and do it if somebody wants to.
Can I get one dreidel?
Buy this stuff.
Can I put one dreidel
Yeah,
on the tree?
well, we can put a Hanukkah candle over there. You can
Just
light
one?
that for the next,
Just
what, 9-10 days,
one.
is it?
We can't even
Take
get
one.
a whole menorah. We have to just
Well, I meant menorah. But we can, is that 10 candles?
8.
8?
Well, 9 because you have to have the one that lights it.
Yeah,
Did you put up a Christmas tree, Jackson, at your house?
No.
No Christmas tree.
No. I mean, like recently, yeah, we throw up Christmas tree now because my nieces love it. But and I guess growing up we had one, but
But
it
you
was
live
never-
alone, don't you? You don't
Right now,
Your
yes. No,
place
I
you
do.
would.
I will not be putting up a Christmas tree in my one bedroom apartment.
And what's the thing you do with the dreidel?
You spin it.
Oh, I know that, but spin it where?
Here, I'll sing it. Dreidel, 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 I made it out of clay. And when it's dry and ready, the dreidel I shall play. Hey, you spin it, and then if you get,
Is it like left, right, center?
I don't know what that is.
It's a little dice game.
Dice game where left, right, center.
It can't
No.
be anything at all like left, right, center.
Well, I don't know,
That's
it's-
throw the dice
it's a
and
spinning
then
top.
give money to the person to the left or the right or throw it in the pot.
You spin the dreidel.
Yeah.
On the table is gelt. Those are the chocolate coins with the little the gold wrapping around it.
Yeah, those are good.
Yeah, they're outstanding. There's 4 Hebrew letters on there: Shin, Nun. I forgot the other 2.
And Tarasenko, that's the Blues' first line.
You're right. The singer.
Shin, Nun, and
Shin,
Tarasenko.
Nun. I can't remember. Boy, it's been Hanukkah. Comes around once a year, and that's about
Tarasenko on the dreidel.
But if you get the right, one, I think Shin, you get all the gelt, and then one of them you give away gelt. You take one gelt if you spin on one of them.
Oh, so it is like
It is like left, right, center. No, you were making fun of me. It is
Well,
like
I
left,
couldn't
right.
be any sorrier now.
Except
Look
for
at
money,
me.
you're giving away gelts.
Yeah, so it's the same idea, and it's for kids. I don't really play it. That Gimel, Hey, Shin, and Nun. That's the 4 letters. I forgot.
Okay.
Well, in my apartment we have 3 Christmas trees in an
3 of them?
apartment. Yeah.
Real or artificial?
We have artificial. Real, they ain't worth it, man. We've done the real, and
Yeah.
the smell is fine. That's the only good part about it. It really is just, it's an absolute joy.
It's a hassle, though.
Yeah, you're vacuuming every day.
Dead needles, fire risk.
Fire
And your
risk.
dogs would probably knock it down.
Yeah, like I
Dogs
just
lick the water at the bottom of it.
pee on it. I've had a dog pee on a Christmas tree. I'm like, I am done with this.
There's a squirrel risk. We learned that in family vacation.
We have a fake tree that has like snow and holly berries and pine cones.
Yeah.
It looks 50 times better than anything you'll go chop
Mm-hmm.
down right now. I was always pro real tree, and now I will never have a real tree. It just isn't worth that.
I would put one up in my apartment, but I have nowhere to put it when it's done. Artificial one. I'd box it up. I have no place to put it. That's the reason I don't have one. No room. I had a friend come over Saturday night for dinner, and a golf club just sitting took him out of the SUV to load up the stuff, and it's just sitting in my dining room. I had no place to put them. They'll sit there all winter.
You don't get a little storage area?
Yeah, it's all full already.
Well, what's in there? Clear some of that
If I would
junk
ever
out.
get rid of those 4 boxes of Playboys, I'd have a little bit more room in there. But
My dad just texted me. We put up a Christmas tree every single year.
Oh, you did?
Clearly, I wasn't.
Must have had some fond memories for you.
You're paying attention.
I wasn't
Man,
locked in.
That's got to be your favorite holiday.
I wasn't locked in. Yeah, I just remember Hanukkah. We do that, the menorah. But yeah, we did. Now that I remember, we did put up a Christmas tree every year. What's left, right, center? Oh, it's a dice game. Left, right, center.
I don't explain it on the air. I mean,
Sorry, Iggy. Nobody listening remembers the Great Depression, so you'll need to be more
Dude, that's a
specific.
game everybody
From
should
one
know
point.
how to play.
Everybody
like
still plays it.
solitaire or checkers.
It's a
Left,
fun
right,
little
center
party
is-
game when you don't have to get too far into it, and you gamble.
I mean, we've had some games because we always play that in Strode Family Game Night. Yikes! According to Gould.
Good.
We always end up playing that. And there's usually 7 of us. And if it goes, the last person needs to roll a dot and throws a center, all the money stays in there, and you go again.
Sure.
That goes around 3 times. There can be like 90 bucks in that
$2 million
pot.
in there after a while.
There's no skill involved, but still.
No.
It's a fun little game.
Yeah.
Look it up.
Don't tell them to look it up.
Well, it's not that hard to look it up.
I didn't know what
it's
it
hard
was
for me to
either until
explain
about
without
5 years
having the
ago.
dice here and showing you.
Yeah.
All right, say me.
Well, we're going to go through it.
Well, all 3 of us are playing. All right?
All
Yeah.
right.
You all put
Well,
3.
there's 4 of us here.
All right, but
I'm not playing.
he
Doug.
wouldn't
I'm not even cool
he wouldn't
enough.
come into this demonstration because he's not left right. If you were playing, he would be right.
Yes.
I'm playing. I roll the dice. Say I roll a center, a left, and a right. We start with $3 in front of you. All right? Center. $1 goes in a center.
But the dice has a C on
Yes.
it. The
dice
for
has a
center
C,
has
an
a
L,
dot.
and R, and a dot.
Right.
All right. First roll, C, left, right. All right. 1 goes in the middle, 1 goes to my left, 1 goes to my right. I'm out of
And when
money.
you say 1, a quarter or dollar, whatever you're
We
playing
play
for.
dollars.
Yeah.
So I'm out of money. So you think you're out of the game? No. Doug rolls. If Doug rolls a left, he's got to give me $1. So it keeps going back and forth
Sure it does.
until somebody has all the money and it gets to them, and then however much is in there. If he's got $3 in front of him,
Right.
he's got to roll 3 cents. He's got to roll 3 dots.
It does, yeah.
And if he doesn't, game goes on.
Yeah, it goes on.
We got a text here. Iggy relies on left, right, center for part of his yearly income. That's from Los Lonely Boys.
You got that right.
Can Iggy explain kick the can next?
Oh, we played that a lot.
What about when you bounce the ball and you get all the
That's
Jacks?
basketball.
the jacks?
Oh,
No.
jacks.
Jacks, what a stupid game though.
How dumb is that game? I don't get how.
About pickup sticks.
I think that goes back to a much simpler time.
Like,
People
literally,
didn't have expensive video
you
games.
pick up the jacks and you got to catch the ball.
Yeah, you got to bounce the ball, get as many jacks as you can, and catch
Yeah.
the ball.
That's that I've always, because I grew up obviously with video games and the internet. I don't know how there's so many choices for toys and video games and stuff. I don't know how people even keep it straight. There's so many, you can play a video game that looks like I've been playing an NBA game or a soccer game, and it looks like you're watching the real thing.
With the announcer,
I know, it's
calling
crazy.
things that happen based on what buttons you hit.
It's unbelievable.
incredible.
Yeah. So when people are like, I don't get why kids are going outside and all they do is play video games. Play a video game that's come out in the last year or 2 and tell me that's not the most fun thing you've ever seen in your life.
They're so addictive
It's
and
unbelievable.
expensive.
Yeah, God.
Every game's now what, $60 or $70?
Well, for the PS5, they're $70 when they come out, and then the controller's $95.
And the systems are like 800 to 1,000.
I don't even know where you get a PS5. They don't sell them in stores. I don't know how people get them, but I know where you can get Muggsy jeans.
Where?
Muggsy.com.
That would make sense.
And I know about. I got a little tip. They got a sale, a big sale. The entire site
Black Friday sale?
up to 30% off. It's a Black Friday sale, but it goes on the entire month of November. So you got until November 30th to head to Muggsy.com for up to 30% off all of your favorites with free shipping and free returns as always. This is your chance. If you've ever wanted to try out the most comfortable yet stylish clothing in the entire world, you hit the website right now. Do it now and shop everything. Prices up to 30% off. They don't do sales like this. This is absolutely massive and the only time of year that you can get Muggsy stuff up to 30% off. You don't have to say, I'm not going to this tailgate or I'm not going to hang out with you guys. It's too cold out. I'm not leaving. Not the case with Muggsy. They got fleece and flannel literally stitched inside the leggings of the jeans.
Right in there in the leggings?
Oh, they keep your legs covered like a tasty little pig in a blanket. All
How about
thanks
the
to
acorns?
Muggsy. Acorns? They're going to stay nice and toasty.
Okay.
We're going to toast up some chestnuts this year right inside your pant.
Oh.
Thanks to Muggsy. This is it. This is when holiday legends are made. Establish yourself as the greatest gift giver in history, or treat yourself by heading over to Muggsy.com for up to 30% off the entire site. That's Muggsy.com. You don't need a promo code for up to 30% off. You just head there, click on it, pick what you want, up to 30% off the entire site. Experience life-changing comfort with Muggsy.
Chestnuts roasting in a Muggsy pant. Jack Frost nipping at your nuts.
If you're looking to slice up some nuts, I know a place to go.
Where?
Bertarelli Cutlery.
Oh, you can slice up anything there with the knives that they've got. They'll sharpen your knife or they'll sell you new ones. They've got a little bit of everything at Bertarelli. The holiday season is here. We all know that getting a gift for that special somebody isn't always easy. If you or anyone you know is looking for that gift that's a cut above the rest, let me suggest you go out and check out the fine folks at Bertarelli Cutlery. Bertarelli Cutlery is a locally owned family business that has been an institution on the hill since 1974. So support local and swing on down to the hill and go see our friends Marco Bertarelli and Company at Bertarelli Cutlery. They have an awesome showroom with a variety of kitchen tools and gadgets and mixers, and of course some world-class knives like those Wusthof knives. Also, they will sharpen your knives, of course, at Bertarelli just in time for Thanksgiving. Better hurry, that's today. Slice your turkey up like a pro with your freshly sharpened tools, courtesy of Bertarelli. Don't settle for a gift card or the same lame sweater this holiday season. Instead, you should cut to the chase and choose Bertarelli. Located at 1927 Marconi Avenue on the Hill, and you can call them. I'll give the phone number now. 314-664-4005, or visit them online at bertarellico.com.
That's Bertarelli Cutlery. You're listening to the Ryan Kelly Morning After, the Mungenast 7 o'clock hour, live here from the Michelob Ultra Studios. Tim is out today. He's feeling ill. He was been feeling ill for a little bit now.
Yeah, he's been trooping through it for a
Yeah,
few days.
sure has. But he is out today. So we got KG and O-Town, though, in the Horton Watkins Studios, holding down the fort. So feel free to call in, and he'll be there. Sorry.
He hasn't talked enough. We haven't got him involved enough.
Yeah, say something provocative right now, KG. Let the people know you're here.
I like that you're just letting me kind of ease my way in a little bit.
Sure,
Oh,
man.
you like that?
We don't want to put him on the spot.
You're
Okay.
never going to catch us being like, hey, pipe down back there.
Yeah, you can cut right in on anything.
Why don't you throw it to a break?
Jeez.
Oh, Lord. So coming up on the show, we got Jeremy Rutherford at 9 o'clock, presented by Mark Hanna, talking a little blues hockey, Doug. Who are they playing tonight? Somebody.
Oh, they play a rugged bunch tonight. You kidding me?
I think the,
It's a tough
Sabres,
bunch
right?
that came here looking for a win. I think it's Buffalo Sabres.
Yeah.
yeah, Sabres at 6.
They're heading to Buffalo, right?
Yep.
Ugh, cold. So
Gilbert Perot?
We'll be breaking that all down with JR. I'll do my best to try to run that. That'll go poorly.
Oh,
But JR plays ball, so he's going to be great. And then we'll have Design Air Heating and Cooling email today, the last one before Thanksgiving. That is going to close out our Mungenast 7 o'clock hour. Coming up, we'll have the Appliance Discounters 8 o'clock hour right on the other side of the break. This is the Ryan Kelly Morning After.
You're hearing TMA all day on KPNT HD2, Collinsville, St. Louis, featuring the Ryan Kelly Morning After, live from 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. Then a full show replay from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m., followed by the best of TMA from 1 p.m. to 7 p.m., and another same-day replay starting at 10 p.m. Find the full schedule at TMASTL.com. Brought to you by Ryan Kelly at thehomeloanexpert.com, the most efficient mortgage process you'll ever experience.
If you are in the market for a new car, if you are in the market for a pre-owned car, make sure you are working with Mungenast, St. Louis Acura, Alton Toyota, and work with Jamie Burkhardt, Clayton Patterson, and Peter Mungenast. And they have a great deal to incentivize you to make sure you're working with the best. The company I work with, and that is this. Between now and January 3rd on certified Acuras, they have a 36-month 0.99% rate for qualified customers. That's right, that's less than 1%. That's what they have for you at Mungenast, St. Louis Acura, and Alton Toyota. Between now and January 3rd on certified Acuras, 36 months at 0.99% for qualified customers. It's Mungenast, St. Louis Acura, and Alton Toyota. Go online at stlouisacura.com or altontoyota.com. It is the best. It is the company I work with. It's the company I recommend you work with. It is Mungenast, stlouisacura.com, and altontoyota.com.
Doug Vaughn here alongside Ryan Kelly, the home loan expert. Ryan, inflation very high. Interest rates are high. It's a tough market out there, and yet you're finding a way to help people pay off some of those high-interest credit cards.
Absolutely. You know, one of our most popular loan programs is a cash-out refinance, and that's where you're able to tap into your equity and pull that cash out to help get caught up on bills, pay off debts, credit cards, make home improvements, whatever you like. Let me give you a good example. Let's say that right now your house would appraise for $400,000, and you owe $300,000. That means you have $100,000 in equity right now. And with that cash out refinance, we go in and replace your current loan with a new loan, and we pull that equity and give it to you at closing. In fact, our average client last year received over $54,000 at closing with a simple cash out refi. How much can you get? What would you do with that money? Would it change your life? Well, let's find out now. Got questions? Ready to get pre-approved? Visit thehomeloanexpert.com.
Hey, this is Tim McKernan, and I am here with James Carlton, who also is my insurance agent. And James, these days people just want to relax and not be thinking a whole lot about what they're protected from and what scares them and what they're not protected from. And that's where you guys come into play.
Yeah, we look at it as aggravation versus devastation, right? If someone slammed on their brakes in front of you and you rear-ended them, are you protected? You've worked hard for everything you have. Have the confidence what's yours will remain yours.
314-961-4800. I'm a client, and I will proudly tell you to do business with James Carlton of the Carlton State Farm Insurance Agency in Webster Groves.
Nothing says barbecue like Naven's Barbecue. Whether it's lunch, dinner, or a family gathering, Naven's Barbecue has an extensive menu for any palate. From slow-smoked Texas-style brisket to award-winning smoked chicken wings. All Naven's Barbecue is wood-smoked, and all their meat is from local and regional farmers. Follow them on Instagram and Facebook for daily specials and holiday meal packages. Stop by their location at the intersection of Grand and Arsenal in South City today for the best barbecue in the STL. Online at navensbbq.com. That's NAVINSBBQ.com.
Hi, I'm Trish Wolf with the Wolf Pack at Worth Clark Realty. Are you considering buying your new dream home and you don't know where to start? Well, let me and my top producing team handle everything for you. At the Wolf Pack, we're going to walk you through that buying process. We're going to educate you. We're going to keep your deadlines on track. So remember, rates might be rising and they might be in the sixes, but rents are always at 100% and they're on the rise too. Let's get the conversation started because your next dream home's out there. We just need to find it and you need the right strategy. So call me, Trish Wolf, at 807-WOLF, or you can find me at trishwolf.com. Join the pack. We've got your back.
This is Tim McKernan to tell you about Sound Story. If you're looking for the perfect holiday gift for your mother or father or your grandparents, you can find it at mysoundstory.com. And this week only through Black Friday, Sound Story gift cards are 20% off when you enter promo code GIFT at mysoundstory.com. With Sound Story, you have the choice of Doug Vaughn, Action Jackson, or myself to interview your mother or your father or your grandmother, your grandfather, or yourself to record life stories and wisdom for your family for years to come. It's the kind of gift that you'll never regret giving, and it's the rare gift that everyone will love, not just this year, but for years to come. Just go to mysoundstory.com and get our Black Friday week special of 20% off the cost of a Sound Story gift certificate by entering promo code GIFT, and you will be giving your family the gift of keeping your family's story saved forever. It's Sound Story. Promo code GIFT at mysoundstory.com. Guess what? TMA is giving out end-of-the-year awards to TMA fans.
It's happening December 8th at Harpo's in Chesterfield.
And we'd like all of you to be there.
You think we're going to have an award for the most misshapen head?
Cool, man. Cool. But maybe we'll do most translucent skin, though.
How about the most perverted show member with bleached blonde hair?
You talking about me?
Yeah.
Well, off.
You ashen sweet potato.
This award ceremony is more about the listeners. Best texter, best caller, best emailer, or maybe we'll point out the worst caller. And who should be Listener of the Year? It's the TMA End of the Year Awards. Thursday, December 8th at Harpo's in Chesterfield. By the way, former adult film actress Lisa Ann will be joining the event. Presented by Mungenast St. Louis Acura and Mungenast Alton Toyota. Better than ever for you, their customer. Who should win? Who will win? Who cares? Please bring a new and unwrapped toy for Annie's Hope on behalf of our good friend Jay Randolph Jr. And you get in for free.
My head's got that.
I've never been
My blonde hair costs $100,
I'm getting
buddy.
tanner. My hair's
Find out more at TMASTL.com. Now, back to the Ryan Kelly Morning After on KPNT HD2, Collinsville, St. Louis.
I'm done with Wayne Wednesday this week.
Are you?
Good for you.
We don't need it.
This is so much better.
Yeah.
We're letting this one breathe.
KG and O-Town's friend.
over and over.
What's this gal's name again?
This is Cassie Moore.
Cassie Moore.
I prefer you address her as Miss Cassie.
Miss Cassie. And KG had quite a little interview with her, right?
Yeah, we're going to have to hear about that in a second. We got to let this breathe a little bit,
Oh, gosh.
They'll be playing this tonight at Molly's, McGurk's, Wheelhouse, all the big spots.
They will.
Whenever
I
U.S.
have
soccer
anything to
gets
do with
eliminated.
You going to hit all those places?
Nah, probably just Soulard.
It's almost warm enough to be outside, though, tonight,
Yeah,
right?
McGurk's might be the spot. I waited in line for an hour and a half last year.
Oh, gosh.
To get into some of these bars.
How long a line is that?
Around the block. You know where Molly's is?
Yeah.
So, like, down that downhill part of the street all the way to the end.
Oh, and then you got to pay to get in?
No, I don't think so. I don't remember paying to get in. It was like capacity, you know, what are you going to do? We're welcome back to the Ryan Kelly Morning After. You're listening to the Ryan Kelly Morning After live from the Michelob Ultra Studios. The Appliance Discounters 8 o'clock hour. You're in the market for a new home appliance. Our 8 a.m. sponsor, Appliance Discounters, has what you need. Shop major brands like GE. Appliance Discounters has drastically lower prices on installs with select dishwashers being free. They also have huge GE cash rebates and Black Friday prices all month long. It's Appliance Discounters. Doug just alluded to it. I guess we haven't talked to KG since his interview with Cassie Moore. How did that go, D'Angelo? How was that experience for you?
It was great. Cassie was really phenomenal. When I talked to you guys in the studio a few weeks ago, we talked a little bit about it, and she was just incredibly kind and humble, and we took it in a different direction than maybe we planned at the beginning. But she was awesome.
You guys hit it off very well, didn't you?
I mean, yeah, you could say that. I mean, we're supposed to meet up in March at Cucina.
Oh wow!
I'd like to be there this week. I mean, it says it in the song. Thanksgiving break at Cucina. It was season.
Yeah, you're right. It was season.
Where is Cucina?
Cucina is in the Palm Beach area. I think it's their like Brio or something along those lines.
Oh, so you may go down there.
Oh, I'm going down there. There's no may about it.
And
you're not kidding, are you?
I'm not kidding.
You actually got to meet up with her.
I mean, I would say at this time next year, you may have to refer to her as Cassie Hopkins.
Wow. Oh, my word. I had no idea
And
that it advanced.
Steadfast Eyes has 1,000 views.
Now we're cooking.
She's about your age?
I didn't ask her age, but I get the vibe maybe she's a couple years older, but I'm cool with that.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, that's fine. That's no problem. Yeah, she's one of a kind, and her music is just one part of her.
It's taking the country by storm.
100%. She's going to be the new biggest artist. I'm telling you. At some bar tonight, Steadfast Eyes will be playing.
I will.
You think?
I'm all in.
No, I think if a DJ's taking requests, someone will finesse.
Yeah, if you or
Steadfast
KG are
Eyes.
there, yeah, you'll request it.
Well, I'll try my damnedest.
And in all fairness, I think she fancies herself more as a producer than a vocalist.
Oh, really?
I think Steadfast Eyes was kind of a way for her to get some production out there without, she wasn't going to reach out to Taylor Swift or anybody big and get them
on the
track. So I think she gave us a little insight into how that works, and I think that was her trying to get her production name out there more.
She's like Travis Scott.
Oh.
More music.
Right.
Well, people can't afford the Taylor Swift tickets anymore. Maybe they go see Cassie.
Good point. That's her label is more music.
More music.
That's well done. Tip of the cap.
Taylor Swift is one of the worst things to happen to music.
Why?
Maybe ever.
But
Cloud Take is ready to go.
That's a terrible thing.
Ever.
People clearly enjoy her music.
I feel like there's subliminal messages, like their kids getting a trance listening to that. She has like billions of I don't know, man.
She has some hits.
We've always had mega stars all through history that kind of ruled the pop world.
They had talent too.
You're saying Taylor Swift doesn't have talent?
I'm not saying she doesn't. Maybe not enough. I don't really see it. She just switches from genre to genre. So like, it's a win-win situation for her. Come out with a country album, half-ass it, win a country award. Come out with a pop album, hey, I won a pop award.
I don't really understand what makes her so much better than anybody else on the scene right now.
I completely agree. I don't get it either at all. It's a phenomenon I just can't relate to. I mean, Lady Gaga's fantastic. Like, there's something about Taylor Swift. I just don't see it. she's like a humanized rabbit to me.
A
Like
humanized rabbit?
She's timid and I don't know, man.
Maybe that's part of her attraction. Maybe not being over the top. Maybe that's part of the appeal.
Well, to your point on the genre thing, like I think it's okay for artists to explore different genres in music. Like you got to grow and mature. I hear what you're saying, but like I think it's like if it's kind of the same, like if a hip hop artist does R&B, or if a country singer starts getting a little more poppy, like you're just kind of exploring music. Because if you just stay in one genre forever, you might find it's difficult to stay in one genre forever.
Well, and remember, it is their business. They're there trying to make money.
Oh, yeah.
So whatever they can do to try to make another couple million, how could you fault them?
What's fantastic is right when she gets into a relationship, in 2 months, there's going to be a breakup album dedicated to that relationship that didn't. Like, so I think she just dates people for the breakup songs, instant hits, billions of views.
I miss the beginning era. Beginning Hubbard era Plowsy, not Pout Hawk. That's from the bastard James Hahn.
Pout Hawk? He's terrible. Come on, just being real with y'all.
Where's Tim? That's
You
from the
think, she's,
314.
you think she's horrible?
I don't like it at all. I don't get the fascination.
Who's your
of it.
favorite musician, Plowsy? Because I've, to be fair, I've only heard you dislike artists, but outside of our friend Cassie Moore.
That's a really good question. I mean, are you talking today's like popular?
Yeah, to the people who are still making music today.
I would say Kendrick Lamar probably has.
K-Dot.
He has the most clout. He has talent, backed up by Dr. Dre as well. So I think Kendrick probably
good for you.
The one that is super popular that I can understand why.
You don't strike me as a big Drake guy.
I gotta say, man. Jimmy Crooks, that's a bang bang.
Yeah, Jimmy Cooks.
Jimmy Crooks, that's a bang bang.
Maybe pull up the clean version of Jimmy Cooks for a second, if you could, Plowsy.
Yeah. What does that even mean?
Jimmy Cooks, the clean
Jimmy
version.
Cooks, that's a bang bang.
Yeah, you'll get to hear it, Doug.
What
In
does
the
that
meantime,
mean?
can you tell us about Ryan Kelly? Because he's the king of making bangers. Making bangers.
Ryan
with your
Kelly,
mortgage.
that's a bang bang. Does it work in that context?
Sure.
Okay.
100%.
We've got a bang bang VIP refi program. Interest rates are up, as you know, but that shouldn't stop you from buying a home. With the housing market returning to normal, now is the time to strike a deal on a home that would have been unheard of about a year ago. You can make up for that higher interest rate with a lower asking price on the house. Sellers are looking to make deals right now, so reach out to Ryan Kelly, the home loan expert, to get yourself pre-approved for your dream home today. And with Ryan's 10-day closing guarantee, you'll be in your new home faster than ever. When interest rates go down, and they will come back down sooner or later, you'll be covered as part of the VIP refi program. After you make 6 payments on your mortgage, they will refinance you to that new lower rate with no fees. VIP refi with no fees when you work with Ryan Kelly, the home loan expert. Find out more about this program at thehomeloanexpert.com. Bang, bang.
All right, Doug, take a listen.
All right.
Oh, just wait, Doug.
KG knows it is a banger.
Is that Cassie?
Doug, you getting chills?
Oh, yeah. Man, this is fantastic music.
Man.
I'm going to have to make her paint a 6 on her pinky toe.
This is a banger, Doug.
Shot Devin Booker there. See, Doug, that's why it's a bang bang.
He cooking crack.
Yeah, there you go. Plus,
Oh,
thank you.
yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
I don't claim to understand. I mean, my parents saw the Beatles and go, huh? What kind of music is this?
Yeah,
And I get
Elvis.
rapped and I go,
Yeah.
what? Are you kidding me?
That's just kind of like the natural progression of it, right? It's like when
I
you're
guess.
young, the
Yeah.
popular music makes sense to you, and then one day you become your parents.
You tend to like the music that you grew up with.
Sure. Hence Glowworm.
And
That was a little
Well, that's
before
a
your-
little before my time, but I can recognize greatness from another era. That's for sure.
And Doug, I'm with you on
You're
about
into Bach.
I'm with your reactions about 99% of the music, but there are some songs that I do kind of vibe to. But I understand why people hate music today because I'm not a huge fan of it.
I don't hate
either.
music today at all. There's just certain songs I don't understand why they're so popular, but that's just me getting older, I guess.
Hey, you overgrown sperm. What am I listening to? All we can hear on YouTube is the nose flute
Well,
and Iggy's
yeah.
gum smacking.
Well, I think Drake's a guy that probably has
Chewing gum,
issues
so.
with playing his music.
Yeah, that would be. Yeah, I don't think.
It's not a Cassie Moore situation.
I've always liked songs you can just sing along to. I don't like angry music. I don't like the acid rock just banging away and people screaming. I just don't care for that.
How about that?
I'm a wimp when it comes to music. I like the yacht rock type stuff you can sing along to. Songs we'll be singing to 50 years from now. That's the kind of stuff I like.
I got spurs that
jingle, 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 ga 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 ga, as I go riding merrily along. Ga, 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 ga.
You know, I was like when I was like 16 or 17, we would go to like these local VFWs in town around Canton. You know, there's 5 or 6 different towns, like 30-minute to 45 minutes away from Canton, and they would have like heavy metal like local bands. And sometimes there would be like a headliner. Yeah. And there was a big band, and you're gonna love this name, Between the Buried and Me. And
what's that mean?
I don't really know what it means. But we would go to these shows, and we'd stand on like the outskirts, and you would just stand on a chair and watch the just helicopter-style mosh pits where people were just, and I'm thinking, why the hell? I enjoy the music, but I'm not going to get in there and just get my jaw broken and like my eye socket popped out because I really like this song.
Yeah. Well, we had heavy metal in my day, my teenage years. I hated it then.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not.
I hate it then and I hate it now.
I'm not into it either, but this guy's into something. My mud hole is pulsating listening to Doug this AM. He can take me this Skanksgiving. I'm maxing underneath my desk right now.
What in the world?
That's from Mr. Fong, owner of the dildo shop.
Oh.
You ever need to poop so bad that it like just twitches? It's ready to go.
What's twitching? What would be twitching?
I guess it would be your rectum muscle.
Oh.
25 is the over-under on how many times Ken polishes his little trumpet in the next 10 days. It's from the 618.
25 in 11 days?
Not that many.
Are you still on retention? You said for like a week you didn't pleasure yourself. Is that still going?
No, I released.
Do we need to know that?
You probably had to call maintenance to get a new paint job.
Blues on a 7-game winning streak.
I was asked
That's
a
what we
question.
need.
I answered it.
Yeah, that's on me. That one's on me because I did ask.
Got a little extra plaster on the ceiling.
I didn't volunteer
taking care of that.
Well, get involved. Text on in 314. 881-TMA5, 636-904-TMA is how you call in on the Steve Schmidt Key of North County phone lines. But get involved in the text inbox. Engineered Design Facilities Plaza. Can I hear a little bit about EDF?
CDF's Fire Division now testing, inspecting, and maintaining the fire system on all commercial kitchen and restaurant hoods. EDF can handle all of your company's security and surveillance needs, from surveillance cameras to access card readers to facial recognition software and everything in between. If you have visibility to your company or place of business's commercial fire alarm panel and system, email fire@edf-rt.com, and they will have a technician come out and provide a free evaluation of your system and offer the most competitive contract pricing in the market. You can also check them out anytime at edf-rg.com. That's engineered, designed facilities.
Oh, nice edit. Almost fell off the stool.
If you're looking for a new gig, let me suggest you go check out the fine folks over at Centric. Leslie, can you hear a little bit about Centric?
Centric Cybersecurity is the most exciting career in technology and one of the most in-demand. Centric can train you for a career in cybersecurity, and they can do it in just 4 months. Centric's hands-on program teaches you the actual job skills you need to get started. No history, no biology, just technology, and that's how they do it in just 4 months, even if you have no IT experience. And you can do it online, you can do it in person, you can do it in the evenings, you can do it during the day, whichever works best for you. If you're interested in a career in cybersecurity, call Patrick Nealon at Centric Training today, and he'll walk you through Centric's cutting-edge program and show you everything Centric does to help get you started in your new IT career. Call 314-450-4714 or go to centric.com/STL. That's CENTRIQ.com/STL. Cybersecurity is a problem for every business in St. Louis. You can be part of the solution.
Wow.
There it is.
That was a crisp one.
A little better.
I liked it. I got an article right here, Doug, from CBS Sports. It's what MLB fans of all 30 teams can be thankful for this year.
No.
So let's find it. You're down on this list already.
I'm posting Gobble Bowl pictures. Go right ahead.
Sorry to bother you. We're only in the middle of a live show here.
I can listen and talk at the same time and do this. I heard NBA and I checked out.
This is Major League Baseball.
Major League Baseball.
Well, then I guess it is. Because I'm not paying attention.
Heaven's sakes.
That was if we were doing some sort of short-term memory test, you just failed miserably. The Cardinals have to be thankful for is Albert Pujols' farewell tour. For the final 2.5 months of 2022, Vintage Pujols returned and treated Cardinals fans to a 323, 388, 7115 slash line with 18 homers in 56 games after the All-Star break. Among those 18 second-half home runs was his 700th career home run, making him the fourth player only to reach that number. His return to St. Louis was much more than fan service. He was a difference maker on a division winner. What a fun farewell season. So, Doug, that's what we have to be thankful for this Thanksgiving. So tomorrow, when you're gathered around with your family, I want everyone to say how thankful you are for Albert Pujols.
For Albert Pujols. Yeah.
I thought that this was going to be something to look forward to.
Yeah, me too.
But no, because every other team has something to look forward to, but the Cardinals do not.
Well, if you got to come up with 30 of these, I guess that's what you say for the Cardinals.
I love the contention of people that Dansby Swanson's not an upgrade from Brandon Donovan. And we don't need Jacob deGrom. He gets hurt too much. It's like you can't even make up how dumb our fan base is. It's just some Joe Schmoes.
Oh,
it's nobody super important, but you see reports of this site and this pundit has Jacob deGrom signing like a 5-year, $120 million deal with the Cardinals, and all the comments are, "We don't need him. We don't need an injury-prone." It's like, dude, he has set so many Major League Baseball records for ERA, strikeouts. It's insane. But we don't need the guy.
No.
We didn't need Max Scherzer. Definitely didn't need Bryce Harper. You don't need these guys when you got 20-year-olds. We have no idea what they do in the system that are ranked in the mid-50s.
When you got outfielders hitting 220, why would we need Harper?
But it's not about batting average, which I learned from
that's right.
the willingness to keep Lars Nootbaar and not to put him in any trade. All the fans are like, well, batting average is such an overrated stat. Look at his exit velo.
His barrel rate.
If you get an out, but you hit it 105 off the barrel, you don't get some trophy or wave around a little flag after you get an out
pennant.
is an out if you hit it, 50 miles an hour straight up in the air to the pitcher, or if you hit an absolute bomb to the warning track to the right fielder. Maybe a little bit more difficult of a catch. But guess what? It's an out. I do not care if they hit it 800 miles an hour off the bat. If you can't put it in play, that's a big sign. Batting average is just as important as what it was 100 years ago. Because if you can only put 2 balls in play out of every 10 at bats, you should not be an everyday player or untradeable.
You know what I hate too is this. You look now at it's not ERA, it's not strikeouts, it's not batting averages, it's not RBIs, runs scored. WAR.
Oh, WAR and WHIP.
Even the Hall of Fame. It used to be the Hall of Fame number was 50, and it will go with RBIs, hits, home runs, average. He's a 47. He's close to that 50. Now it's WAR. WAR. It's got to be a 6.0. He's at a 3.9. Everything is WAR.
What's your beef with WAR?
I don't even know what a WAR is.
Wins above replacement.
Well, that makes no sense.
Baseball play. I love baseball.
How do you judge wins above replacement? What is replacement? Replacement for what?
So if the average baseball player for your position was in the game, how many more wins are you contributing to your team?
How do you know? There's 8 other people on the field.
The problem with WAR is Jason Kendall has a better WAR than Yadier Molina.
Well, I mean,
baseball now with the analytics, you can literally pay any player should be an everyday player. No player should be a bench player because there are 500 of these analytical, ridiculous stats that all these nerds made up in the late 90s, early 2000s to justify a below-average player getting paid, getting playing time, getting all of that. Lars Nootbaar is a good guy. He did a lot of pepper grinding. I know that's fun. Nobody thinks he's untradeable because he's hitting 220 with 14 home runs.
Who's saying he's untradeable?
I'm not talking about Jason Stark or somebody on the MLB now. I'm just talking about fans
and his disciples.
I'm going to talk about fans in general. Think every player is untradeable. Mason Wynn, we've never seen this kid play, and you will act as if that is Ozzie Smith in his prime right now.
People fall in love with players on their team.
No, Cardinal fans fall in love with players.
Right.
This fan base is different from any other fan base in any sport in the world.
Well, I don't know about that.
They blow my mind and make me just proud that I am anti-BFib because they are ridiculous.
Oh.
So batting average certainly does matter because when you're getting an out, I don't care how flashy it is, and I don't care how many pepper grinders you buy on your own money and sit in the dugout. If we're going to upgrade at that position, you gone, homie.
Do you like him more because of the pepper grinder?
Oh, I think that's why you give him a $20 million
I like him
contract.
less. I like him less.
I think I like him less,
because he hit like a 210, but he's one of those guys that the fans love because of the pepper grinder.
Okay, stop
One of
doing
our
that.
favorite. He's not stupid. He knows that if he does something
He's
like
an
that,
excellent
he's going to
defensive
fall. These
outfielder.
people are going to fall in love with him, and he can make 90 outs. It doesn't matter, but he gets a walk in the pepper grinder. Yay!
You know how many?
We're B-fibs.
You know
Let's
how
go
many?
easy on Newt.
You know how
he's
many
an excellent defensive outfielder. He's got some powers. His first year, you figure he's going to get better.
You're a
He's young
first-year
guy.
player. You don't get to do the pepper grinder thing.
Well, he did.
You don't get. It's not.
You don't get to do something special when you're a first-year player hitting $180.
Yeah, there have been 10,000.
His average goes down by 20 points every time we bring up his name.
228 last.
This guy's hitting
Yeah,
$140.
228. Yeah, he was in the $120. There's 80 points under the
Yeah,
Mendoza
but those
line.
stats are misleading because he was hitting the cover off those outs.
That's right.
Hitting the cover off
Now
those
you're
outs.
getting it, Plowboy.
I've often thought if there were no analytics at all, you would still know who the best players are.
Sure you would.
Correct.
And you would still play about the same guys that you play now all the time anyway.
Situations might change, but you're not wrong there. Dansby Swanson's career high OPS plus was 115. Donovan was 126 last year. Swanson is not an upgrade. It's from the angry old guy.
See, again, that stat may or may not be important. I have no idea. You can throw OBP plus, WAR plus, all this stuff. And my defense is Jason Kendall has a higher WAR than Yadier Molina at the catcher position. If we're going by these ridiculous
Keep
stats,
laughing when you're
then
gonna
Jason
say.
Kendall is better than Yadier Molina. Like again, this is my point. These are the numbers that are so misleading to below-average players, and it's so infuriating.
But I think it's an attempt to put a real number, statistically based number on players, as opposed to just relying on their reputation.
No,
Because some people have a
dorks came up
reputation
with
for
that.
being great players, and when you really break it down, they're not that much better than anybody else. And some guys are underrated, and the numbers will prove that.
We have 500,000 Daniel Descalso that have come through the Major League Baseball system in Major League Baseball. In St. Louis, you would act like this dude was a former mayor and has, saved 80 puppies from the Mississippi River because we give that dude a standing ovation every time he steps foot on Lambert's, anytime he gets off the plane.
Lambert's and Sykeston?
Throw a roll at him. He probably will drop it.
It's like, bro, we just
And
we
Newt
put
Bar-
too much
Newt Bar
emphasis
hit-
on nostalgia.
Newt Bar hit 0.85 this year, and we still cheer him every
Right.
time he
Yeah,
comes
I mean,
up.
this guy, he gets hit by a pitch and they all cheer. He does a pepper grinder. The guy's hit.
He hit
Guys,
He just
40.
knows how to play the game of ball. You just
He had
know,
one hit all
he
year.
understands.
That hit was a bad hop.
The same guy who talked about Dansby Swanson and Brendan Donovan, I'm looking into his text history, and his last text was November 7th, and I just like this text. It says, Doug is a moron. Sandberg was run out of Philly as a manager.
I forgot we talked about
I
Ryan
think that's
Sandberg.
reasonable.
Rhino.
That's a reasonable comment.
I like the guy.
Poor guy was in that organization forever trying to get a job, and he did, and he didn't last long.
But isn't it amazing? This guy had brought up a stat to where we actually think Brendan Donovan is better than Dansby Swanson, and that is, again, my entire point. It's obvious that he isn't. Any normal person would understand who's the better ball player between the two. However, every Cardinal player needs to play phenomenal defense. For some reason, we need to have plus defenders and well below average offensive players each and every year. Can we just have a spot to where it's a little weak, but you're hitting 40 bombs at that position? I'm comfortable with that.
I don't believe that that's a fair comparison now because, Dansby Swanson is not old by any means.
No.
But, Brendan Donovan's been in the organization 1 year with this team. You got to give him a little bit of time.
And they don't really play the same position. Dansby Swanson's a shortstop, and
Right.
Donovan's a second.
Kind
and
of plays
third
all
guy.
over the place. Yeah. Well, Donovan's one of those players where the stats really help him because it didn't used to be, people didn't used to dwell on base percentage. And that's the one stat of his that stands out.
Correct,
he
and that
gets
is
on
an
base.
important stat. That's
Yeah,
no
it is.
analytic. To me, that's a huge determination of how good a player is.
Yeah,
I'm with you on that.
So it looks
Swanson,
better.
you could put him at shortstop, then you can move Edmonds
Swanson
second. And
is
you can play. You can play Donovan in the outfield.
But Swanson will hit a lot more home runs, so he looks flashier, and it's more appealing to people because he hits the bombs.
He had 25 home runs last year.
Yeah, and
on
you
a
look
team
at,
that needs power.
Right, but you look at Donovan, and he's just a guy who plays all over the place with a Gold Glove defensive ability, and he gets on base. He's a very valuable guy to have.
Well, we have a lot of guys in the 7th or 8th inning that you need a big hit, and you're not going to get it. And I think that it's not. I'm not saying that Brendan Donovan or Lars Nootbaar, but just in general, if it's not Arenado, Edman, or Goldschmidt, you kind of feel like, okay, it's a one-run game. We need to get a rally going.
Yeah. And Pujols was in that group too, and now he's gone.
Yeah, and
he was the 3rd best hitter last year.
And so you have to make up his just to be a wild card team, pretty much, and then you got to upgrade after that. So. I think anything you can get. If you want to trade Lars Nootbaar for an outfielder, look, I'm not going to complain.
What, he hit 20 last year?
But we talked about this on Bloomberg yesterday. It's like the Cardinals' current, like they would rather pay money for a player than trade prospects. So if you're looking at that, shortstop is where you're going to pick up. There's so many free agent shortstops. There's not that many really quality free agent outfielders.
But the thing with it depends on what your definition of a prospect is. I mean, Lars Nootbaar, 25. Mason Wynn, Jordan Walker, those guys are prospects. Lars Nootbaar, Brendan Donovan, Yepez, those aren't prospects. I mean, age and also the fact that they have MLB service time and all the. So I'm not saying trade Mason Wynn or Jordan Walker. I mean,
but this
no
is
way.
the same thing we always talk about because you look across Sandy Alcantara, you could look at
Zach Gallen.
When Voit was killing it with the Yankees, and then we're crying, because we gave away all these prospects for guys like Marcell Ozuna. So you can't really have it both ways. You either commit or you don't. That's kind of
they do it. They do it both ways, and sometimes it works out great with the Goldschmidt and the Arenado trades, and sometimes you get burned.
Right, and
if you're going to be active, you're going to get it both ways. Nobody's perfect.
And to be fair on the Ozuna thing, obviously we'd love to have Sandy Alcantara right now, but he was the biggest part of the offense there for a couple of years.
He did rake,
and the Cardinals really needed them. That's the NLCS team. So
what they need to do is, and I know a lot of teams wait because you got that one player. What's he going to sign for, and then that sets the market for everybody else, and I know it takes forever. The Cardinals should go quickly. I mean, they've taken their time throughout the years and to the point where they had to sign Dexter Fowler because they had no other choices.
That was a popular signing at the time, though.
Yeah, but
I was happy
that's not
about
the guy
it,
you
too.
wanted.
He was coming off.
But
a
go
World
out
Series,
and go get somebody now.
Would you be interested in free agent Cody Bellinger?
Ooh, I mean.
How much do you think he's going to pull down? I think he's going to be expensive.
I don't know, because he's coming off a couple of horrible years.
But he's former MVP.
Yeah, he's a Gold Glove caliber center fielder, a left-hander who might hit you 40 bombs if he ever gets it figured out. And sometimes a guy like that needs a change of scenery.
Yeah.
Look at Matt Carpenter.
Yeah,
I think that might be a guy, if the price is right, that you could go after.
$18 million a year.
No, maybe not that much.
He turned down that call. I mean,
he just hit 15 this last year with the Dodgers. No,
yeah,
he didn't hit lower than Nootbaar, but he was close. I mean, he became a strikeout machine who hit just completely forgot how to hit.
What they're going to do is they're going to find an outfielder that's not going to be a 7-8 year, $30 million a year.
Yeah, they're
going
not
to get somebody in that $15-20 million range. They're going to get a catcher for about 8 or 9. They're going to get a couple of pitchers for about 10, but they're not going to get a Trey Turner for $30 million, $35 million. They're not going to sign that guy.
No.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
But their formula has been pretty darn successful for a long time.
But this is the year that you want a huge name because you got the money off the books and you said you're going to spend money. You want a big name, not piece together some rotting fruit.
Rotting fruit.
You know who's got a good formula and isn't a rotting fruit is the fine folks over at Stratum Structural Systems. They're the best. They have a successful formula. Let's hear a little bit about Stratum Structural Systems.
Stratum Structural Systems, the great Matt Ford, the great Brett Groman, Stratum Structural Systems, dealing with water damage, foundation, piering issues. Make sure you are now dealing with Stratum Structural Systems. 2 IUs, we had a water issue in those storms in early August and immediately got on the phone with Matt Ford and Brett Groman, and they immediately took care of it. They're the best. Word of mouth in St. Louis going around that Stratum is the company you do business with. 314-620-8153. 314-620-8153. And when you work with them, let them know you're a TMA listener and you get $100 off your repair project online at StratumRepair.com. They're local. Think Stratum.
You know who also has a successful formula, Doug?
Who?
James Carlton. who brings us
Boy, he
Gabe every
certainly
week
does.
on TMA and on Balloon Party. Plus, if I could, can we hear a little bit about James Carlton?
Love James.
James Carlton is, though, and you can check out the Google reviews, 301 of them, as a matter of fact. James Carlton and team are incredible. Everyone went really above and beyond to keep me in the loop on a claim I had recently. They're all such a pleasure to work with. And I have to give a big shout-out to both Stephanie and Barbara for all of their personal help. Thank you all so much. That's James Carlton's Google reviews. 5 stars, 301 of them. 314-961-4800. Or go online at carltoninsurance.net. That's James Carlton.
Now, what kind of edit was that? We didn't even get done with his last
There's
name.
about 15 seconds before we hit the show open on that one.
And then also, everyone needs a financial advisor. If I could hear a little bit about my personal financial advisor, Mark Hanna.
Happy belated birthday, by the way, to Mark.
Absolutely.
happy birthday.
I need a Mark Hanna call. Told him that. I said I need a Mark Hanna call.
Did you?
It's like a cleanse for me.
Oh,
and
colonic?
Preferably. And, yeah, that's right. And I'll just get off the phone and I'll feel better about the world. 314-889-0503 or go online at evergreenstl.com. And I want to tell the people this. You need a financial advisor. I don't care if you're sitting there going, I don't have any money. You need to have a plan. And once you have a plan, then you have peace of mind that you're doing something to improve your situation, not just in the short term, but the long term. 314-889-0503 or go online at evergreenstl.com. That's Mark Hanna, Evergreen Wealth Strategies.
Mark Hanna. Doug, World Cup update. Germany and Japan.
Yeah.
Japan has scored in the 75th minute to get on level terms with Germany. It is 1-1.
Level.
Germany is looking. They're the winners in 2014. They're not looking to get. They're looking to get to the knockout stage. They're not looking to just play in the group stage. They didn't come to Qatar.
No.
They didn't come to Qatar just to mess around. They came to bring home some gold to Dusseldorf and to Berlin. They're coming.
Stuttgart.
Yes, to Stuttgart. They're coming. But in comes Mario Götze, the hero of the 2014 World Cup when he scored in a late goal as a substitute in the 2014 World Cup Finals. In comes Mario Götze. Could we see another magic from the young Super Mario? I'm really into the World Cup.
I guess. And you know who these guys are?
Yeah, Mario Götze. Yeah, he was a longtime player for Dortmund and then went to Bayern. But now he is. I don't know.
You got Google open?
No, I like soccer.
Really?
Yeah. What's the beef? It's a pretty popular sport.
It is. I just never knew you were into it.
I like Premier League. I like Champions League, and I like the World Cup.
I like the UEFA League.
The UEFA Champions League.
UEFA.
Yeah, I'm not much into I don't watch the Spanish league. I don't watch Bundesliga, nor do I watch second Bundesliga.
Oh.
But now I'll be getting into the MLS. I'll be more invested because the MLS is cool because there's a lot of young players. But you get like stars from years past in Europe that come finish out their career.
Oh, you'll get Messi kicking the ball in a hover round.
I don't know that we'll get
on
Messi.
City Park Field
They
in
pay
10
him like
years.
$20 million. Yeah, Messi did. I think Messi has already signed for after PSG with New York.
Yeah.
So he's out. He won't be coming to the Dogs.
No.
But maybe we get Cristiano Ronaldo.
Maybe he'll come here and play a game.
Maybe Gareth.
He's played the game here. They played. It was
Get Beckham.
Oh, at the Dome.
At the Dome.
Was that Messi or Ronaldo?
It was Ronaldo. It was Ronaldo. It was a
Just
Real Madrid played
stand on
here.
the sidelines.
Taylor Twellman. Nice jacket. Proud Joe.
Twellman, maybe get him in.
Well, he had to quit because of concussions, I think.
Twellman
did.
Yeah.
I think so.
Lexi Lawless. Ken appears to be replying to yet another urgent email. Crazy that no one else on the show receives so many important emails. Put down the phone.
No, I told you I was doing it.
Beer
I just
cats.
posted about 150 pictures to a Gobble Bowl on my Facebook page.
I see Blaine Gabbert's brother entering transfer portal, and that would be an amazing get.
Where
for the
was
Missouri
he?
Tigers. He was at Miami of Ohio and absolutely dominated. I think with the Conference Player of the Year.
They got a big game tonight. What's he leaving for already?
Maction?
I think he got Maction. Yeah, he's entering the transfer portal. I assume he's playing out the year.
They're playing Bowling Green, I think.
What year would he be?
Two more years.
Google open.
I was going to put that in my pick 6.
He has 2 years of eligibility. I'm not saying he's going to go to Missouri, but if he did,
I'll be 0-6 again this week.
that would be unreal. Because
And
he's
the knock against him was that he was only like 6 feet tall. Right?
Yeah, he is a legit quarterback. That would be I mean, if I'm Drinkowitz, I'm flying out to...
Can we stop saying Drinkwitz? It's just Drinkwitz.
Well, when he starts to do something, again, I'll call it Bally Sports when that crap starts to work. And again, I'll call him Drinkwitz when he starts to actually win.
Well, they take on Arkansas on Friday, 2:30 kickoff.
I don't know why I thought that game was in Arkansas.
No, in Columbia this year.
Yeah, I thought it was in Arkansas for all these weeks. I said, they're not going to beat Arkansas in Arkansas.
Boy, that's a tough draw. Like, I get that it's the last game of the season, like you won, but like it's Thanksgiving break. It's the day after Thanksgiving. Most people won't drive up to Columbia for that game.
No,
it's always like the weakest attended game of the year.
And they should maybe delay it a week if they could.
Yeah, but then you start getting into conference champions.
Yeah.
What's Arkansas's record?
Arkansas's
Are they
record,
fighting for a bowl as well?
No, I think they're already bowling. They had a really tough schedule this year.
Yeah,
really tough schedule. They're actually better.
7-4 maybe.
They're better in basketball this year.
I don't think they're 7-4.
They are. Oh, it's gonna be so good if they're 7-4. Why when you type in their name would they not just come up? Arkansas football's record this year is they are 6-5.
6-5.
I knew they were
7-5. They are towards the bottom of the SEC West, which is obviously led by LSU. Could we see a situation where LSU wins the SEC championship but doesn't get into the conference?
Not now.
Right now they're top 4. They're still ahead of USC with their 2 losses,
which makes no sense.
No.
Yeah, the Tennessee loss now opens up LSU for sure. Like I would pick LSU over TCU, and I know the committee will not. The committee will not do that. I want entertainment. Have you seen TCU play?
They're entertaining games.
That Texas TCU game couldn't have been worse. I understand
At
they had
halftime,
some
they
great...
didn't even have 100 yards combined.
That is so
bad. But
bad.
if you run the table in a big 5 conference,
I get it. I said the committee would not do it. For me, I would have LSU in there, and TCU destroyed Oklahoma. I mean, they've had some decent games, but the last couple weeks they've been struggling, and it is so hard to watch. And we're gonna have to get them absolutely steamrolled by Georgia. I mean, absolutely pulverized.
Georgia has messed around with teams. Like, what's the most outside of Tennessee? What's the other impressive Georgia win? I guess Oregon.
Japan has scored to take a lead over Germany.
Oh my
Japan
goodness!
has scored.
Oh
to take
my
a lead over Germany.
God! Oh my God! Panic!
And that big?
Panic in Qatar. They just oh my God! In the 83rd minute,
Takuma Asano. I knew he'd score. Takuma Asano. I knew you had to mark him.
He's in my 3-leg parlay.
Oh my God! This could be huge. The Germans could not get out of the group stage.
This is why they need rankings. Like, this is why I love college sports. Is it an upset?
Yes.
Is Germany good this year?
Germany's always good. Germany is. There's only been 8 teams to win the World Cup. Fire some guesses.
Germany.
Country, yes.
Argentina.
Mexico,
yes.
Brazil.
No, Argentina's never won.
England.
Yes.
Brazil. Not Mexico.
France.
Hold on.
No, Brazil is. I think they've won a couple times.
They have.
France won once, didn't they?
France won last year.
Italy.
France won in 2018.
Italy.
Italy won in 2006, yes.
Have the Netherlands won?
No. So we have. Repeat, please. There's a fun guessing game.
Italy, France, Germany, England,
Brazil.
Yes. Brazil.
Yes, that's 5. No, Argentina has not won.
Mexico hasn't won, right?
Argentina's won. 6.
Yeah, we said that already.
So you need 2 more.
Spain?
Yes. 7. 1 more. You will not get it.
Can we have the initials, please?
The initials will give it away. It's in South America.
It's not Portugal, is it?
No, that is in Europe.
We said Brazil and
Colombia?
Argentina already.
No, not Colombia.
Oh, that's a good guess.
Yeah, I thought so.
It was the last one in 1950.
Oh, okay.
Could be Chile or Peru or. What are the initials, please?
It starts with a U.
Uruguay. That was easy.
Uruguay. Thank you, KG. Yeah, Uruguay. So only 8 teams. Now, to be fair, there's only been 21 World Cups. They played every 4 years.
Okay.
But only 8 teams have won. Will there be a 9th? Could it be these Japanese?
I don't know.
Yeah. But the last winner, of course, was France, and they won 4-1 over Australia.
Who's favored in this to win the World Cup?
Brazil. Brazil is the betting favorite. They are sick. France is also sick, but they just lost Karim Benzema, who won the Ballon d'Or last year before
the Golden Ball.
Yep. Apparently, that guy has a 7-leg parlay, $25 to win $580,000, I think. and all of them have been championships in the major sports. So.
Oh wow! So how many has he hit so far?
He's hit 6.
Oh, so what's
his 7th is France winning the World Cup.
Oh man, I have money on France winning the World Cup too.
Yeah, this dude put a $25 bet, and he got the hockey, he got the NBA, he got the NFL. I think there was a college football one, NCAA basketball. But yeah, isn't that insane?
So he got Kansas, he got
Golden State.
Yeah.
He got
Houston,
Colorado.
Yeah, wow, that's unbelievable.
Isn't that insane?
That's a year of sweating. So now he has to sweat out this last month.
Yeah, they interviewed him. They like a little thing on, I think, I forgot whatever site sponsors him. They did a little Twitter video, and he talked about some of the sweats he's had in this year.
Yeah. What if France loses because of some questionable tripping call in the bottom?
It would suck, but they're going to probably offer a nice payout.
No, I'm sure they're offering him now.
Yeah.
I'm sure they're offering him a payout now. So
you ought to take it.
$25 to almost $6.
That's the question. Would you take so what does he stand to win?
$587,000.
So he wins $500,000, or they could offer him, let's say, like a $50,000 payout right now.
$50,000. It's like that. Deal or no deal. It's
right.
Like that.
I'm waiting another. I think they could get through their group, and I think that I would cash out $150 if that was ever an offer for. That's a sweat, and you got a lot of teams in soccer. Is such a variable. I don't know how Prod Joe has confidence in betting those. All the time.
He doesn't. He loses most of them.
But he does like over-unders. He doesn't do outright money like winning or losing. But yeah, I would say I would wait. $150K would be my instant cash out.
Gotcha. Yeesh, you like soccer, you loser? Why don't you get into something more entertaining like LPGA and masturbating? That's from Dave in St. Peter's.
All those are more exciting.
No, those aren't together. They're separate.
You like soccer and the NBA, Jackson. It's like you grew up in some other city.
No, my favorite... If I rank my sports, and basketball is 1, football 2, baseball 3, golf 4, soccer 5.
Where's hockey?
Where's hockey?
Reverb on that one.
Son of a sack ass.
Hockey would be, I like golf more. I like
curling.
I like UFC more.
Let's give her a Mount Rushy. College football is superior. It's number 1 by a mile for me. But then I like the NHL. I think I would do hockey 2, golf 3. Oh, God, I hate the NFL. My God, do I hate Major League Baseball watching it. But I like the off-season to Major League Baseball, and I go to games, so I'll probably put baseball 5 or 4.
Okay.
God, the NFL is unwatchable for me. I don't get it. There's one good game a week, and everybody clings on to, well, if you don't like the NFL, did you watch that one game? Like, yeah, but did you see the other 5, 10, 15 of them? They're just dreadful. The product is terrible, too long of commercials.
Well, and I agree with you that college football, like the product and like the atmosphere is better, but holy hell, 4 hours for a football game?
Yeah.
The South Carolina-Tennessee game took like 4.5 hours because people kept getting hurt.
Scored 100 points.
Yeah, they scored it.
But that's like, if you're talking about like keeping people interested, 4 hours for a football game is not something I want to spend I don't want to spend my entire Saturday watching.
Well, the difference is that the NFL, you have to challenge something unless it's in the final 2 minutes and it goes to the booth or overtime. But every time they think there's a questionable call, the referees stop it. The booth stops it. Hey, take a look at that. He might have bobbled it. And it happens 20 times a game.
Right.
No, the coach isn't challenging it. Upstairs, let's check it again. It's kind of close. And it's every other play.
Yet they still
That's why it takes 4 minutes.
But yet it still stays at 3 hours, pretty much on the nose every time. It's all at the NFL games.
Well, NFL, you have to check. The coach has to challenge it.
Right. But their games are still 3 hours. College football can go like 4.5.
That's what I'm saying. College football, they challenge so many.
Confused.
You don't have to you don't have to wait for a coach to challenge it.
Right.
They see something upstairs. Take a look. That tip might have hit that. That toe might have been. And they're challenging. They're looking at everything. The coaches don't have to challenge. They do it on their own.
Can we stop kicking off? Can we do it in either sport? Can we just stop at the kickoffs?
Why?
They don't work. Like
they've basically phased them out.
They phased them out, but you still have to actually attempt to do it.
Still an exciting play at times.
Yeah, it's cool when they bring it, but it's by far the most dangerous part of the sport.
Get how many times you can cut 4 minutes of each kickoff off. Because my least favorite thing about football is the come back from commercial after an extra point. They kick the ball off. Another commercial break. and then they're setting up on offense. Just stop. Just set it up on the 25. 99.9% of the time, that is what's happening.
And I don't like it, Doug. I'm sorry, but it'll quicken the game. If a player is like on his sideline and goes down with like his toe hurts and he's sitting right there on the sideline,
roll him off.
Just get off.
Drag him
You're
off.
right there.
Yeah.
Just push him to your sideline.
Have a dude with
Don't
a
call
shovel.
timeout and have everybody come out and then 9 commercials while he's sitting. Roll him off to the sideline. You're already on your side.
Oh, I don't even
Don't
care if
stop
you're in the
the game
middle of
for
the
that.
field. I love that idea.
Just get him off there. You're
Well,
5 feet away from your sideline. Push him.
The NFL used to have really long half times, and then they realized on TV people stopped watching. They'd lose a lot of the audience.
Right.
So halftime's very short now.
Super short.
I mean, if you're at a game, you can't get to the concession stand and
No.
get back before the game starts again.
15 minutes at
So you,
least.
instead of getting those commercials at halftime, you get them during the game now.
Yeah, right. That's a good call. But yeah, the half times are way quicker in the NFL.
Yeah, they're brief.
And plus, they're trying to keep guys fresh. Like, there's nothing worse probably for football players than to sit for 35 minutes in between plays.
But college half times are rather lengthy.
Oh, yeah. Dude, college basketball, and I love going to SLU games. Every TV timeout, they're like busting out like a putt-putt challenge.
just
or a
about to
half
bring
court.
this up.
And when I'm watching that on TV, I guess when there's a commercial, I stop paying attention. To me, it felt when I was there every bit of 10 minutes. I'm like, how are these players still in the huddle waiting for this dude to hit a half-court shot? It's been 10 minutes.
Do what I do. When the game starts, I just hit pause. I go out and do some things out in the
put
yard.
about a 20-minute
I go
heads
smoke
up.
3 or 4 cigarettes. I may go on the
fast
computer
forward.
for a little bit. And then when I come back, I've got so much time to fast forward through the commercials. I'm almost to halftime.
I do that with Yellowstone because that's the one show I watch live. So I'll pause it and wait 20 minutes, and you're
That's a
at
good
that
call.
point.
Yeah,
you
take
are
a dump or something.
golden. Oh yeah, always a dump in there.
Oh,
always a dump.
As a
in me,
big
Doug.
college basketball fan, watch almost nightly.
Love it. Yeah.
There's nothing worse than, because they do TV timeouts every 4 minutes, so 16, 12, 8, 4. There's nothing worse than when a coach calls a timeout with like 8 minutes and 30 seconds left to go in the half. So you get that timeout, goes to TV, goes to a commercial, and then the next stoppage of play under 8 minutes, they go to another commercial.
Yeah.
So it's like you could get double commercial in the 35-second span.
And college basketball literally calls foul. It's crazy. Like that game against Memphis and SLU, there were.
Yeah, they call.
I mean, I think there were 18 or 19 total fouls in the first half, and in the second half, Memphis had 11 to SLU 0.
Yeah.
So like, it was so long.
Call it both ways, Zebra.
Yeah, I even felt bad for Memphis. I was like, Jesus, 11 to 0 on the fouls.
A few years ago, somebody was suggesting they end basketball games differently.
Oh yeah,
to get rid of all the fouls and the
Oh,
timeouts.
my
They say
God.
if you play to like there's 3 minutes to go in the game, and whoever's leading, you tack on like another 10 points after that. So
Yeah.
if somebody's leading 70 to 60 with 3 minutes to go, you stop the clock. Now you tack on 10 more points. Whoever gets to 80 wins.
Yeah, it's
so then
all
you
something.
stop all the timeouts and everything else.
Yeah, that last minute of a 6-point game in college basketball is a half hour.
ELOM ending. It's called an ELOM ending. It's
Yeah.
awesome. So they did it in the All-Star game for the NBA a couple years ago. It's so you get to whoever gets that final bucket to get to that point total that they want. And that's how it ends. So you don't have the fouling, and it takes away some of like the buzzer beater is like one of the coolest things in sports. But
this would be just like a
So
buzzer
the
beater.
team, down
Yeah,
by,
basket to
the
win.
team down by 10 would need to go on a 20-point run.
right. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
they would need to score
And that-
20 points
okay.
before the other team scored 10. So it's pretty cool.
A
But
lot of people betting overlines.
yeah, that would.
Oh, that would be a money machine.
But
betting
yeah,
overs
but then
in
you
the
also
NBA.
wouldn't have overtime ever. Which, I mean, some people might be cool with, but not me. All right, coming up on the other side of the break, we're going to have Jeremy Rutherford on, presented
My
by
favorite.
Mark Hanna. Looking forward to talking to
Hansy
JR. Hansy won't be in today, but I would
Iggy like to take a seggy off.
I would like to tell you that Mark
I may
Hanna
anyway.
is the guy to have. If you're looking for a financial advisor, Mark Hanna applies. Can you hear a little bit about Mark Hanna?
Mark the best.
I need a Mark Hanna call. Totally.
Sorry, it's the same
But I need a
one.
Mark Hanna call. It's like a cleanse for me.
Oh,
And I'll come-
colonic?
Preferably. And yeah, that's right. And I'll just get off the phone and I'll feel better about the world. 314-889-0503 or go online at evergreenstl.com. And I want to tell the people this. You need a financial advisor. I don't care if you're sitting there going, I don't have any money. You need to have a plan. And once you have a plan, then you have peace of mind that you're doing something to improve your situation, not just in the short term, but the long term. 314-889-0503 or go online at evergreenstl.com. That's Mark Hanna, Evergreen Wealth Strategies.
Mark Hanna, Evergreen Wealth Strategies. He's my guy. Check him out. All right, so that's going to close out our appliance discounters 8 o'clock hour here from the Michelob Ultra Studios. On the other side of the break, we're going to have Jeremy Rutherford on, the Steve McKee of North County Phone Lines, just breaking down some hockey, this Blue Note Club Dog, red hot. Yeah. And we're going to have Jeremy Rutherford on to break it all down. It's all presented by Mark Hanna. Coming up on the other side of the break, we'll have the Maggie O'Brien's 9 o'clock hour, along with the Design Air Heating and Cooling email today. You are listening to the Ryan Kelly Morning After.
If you are in the market for a new car, if you are in the market for a pre-owned car, make sure you are working with Mungenast, St. Louis Acura, Alton Toyota, and work with Jamie Burkhardt, Clayton Patterson, and Peter Mungenast. And they have a great deal to incentivize you to make sure you're working with the best. The company I work with, and that is this. Between now and January 3rd on certified Acuras, they have a 36-month 0.99% rate for qualified customers. That's right, that's less than 1%. That's what they have for you at Mungenast, St. Louis Acura, and Alton Toyota. Between now and January 3rd on certified Acuras, 36 months at 0.99% for qualified customers. It's Mungenast, St. Louis Acura, and Alton Toyota. Go online at stlouisacura.com or altontoyota.com. It is the best. It is the company I work with. It's the company I recommend you work with. It is Mungenast, stlouisacura.com, and altontoyota.com.
The best authentic Southwestern cuisine awaits you at Santa Fe Bistro in Creve Coeur. Open for lunch and dinner with happy hour Monday through Friday, 3:30 to 6, and Saturdays, 2:30 to 4. Daily drink and entree specials and 72 tequilas, as well as a vast selection of beer on draft and by the bottle. Wear a jersey or team gear for Blues and NFL games and get a free drink with the purchase of an entree. Nothing says authentic Southwestern cuisine quite like Santa Fe Bistro, west of 270 on Olive. Same plaza as the old TGI Fridays location. Full menu at SantaFeBistroMO.com.
Guess what? TMA is giving out end-of-the-year awards to TMA fans.
It's happening December 8th at Harpo's in Chesterfield.
And we'd like all of you to be there.
You think we're going to have an award for the most misshapen head?
Cool, man. Cool. But maybe we'll do most translucent skin, though.
How about the most perverted show member with bleached blonde hair?
You talking about me?
Yeah.
Well, off.
You ashen sweet potato.
This award ceremony is more about the listeners, best texter, best caller, best emailer, or maybe we'll point out the worst caller, and who should be Listener of the Year. It's the TMA End of the Year Awards, Thursday, December 8th at Harpo's in Chesterfield. By the way, former adult film actress Lisa Ann will be joining the event. Presented by Mungenast St. Louis Acura and Mungenast Alton Toyota. Better than ever for you, their customer. Who should win? Who will win? Who cares? Please bring a new and unwrapped toy for Annie's Hope on behalf of our good friend Jay Randolph Jr. And you get in for free.
My head can't be.
I've never been blonde hair costs $100.
I'm getting tanner. My hair's
Find out more at TMASDL.com.
Hey, this is Tim McKernan, and right now, this is a unique time, and I'm here with Ryan Kelly. And Ryan, what can you tell our listeners about this moment in American history?
Well, it's the perfect time to buy a house.
Yeah.
When you think about that, knowing that you can get a house significantly less today than a year ago, I mean, that's a win-win, right? And mortgage rates are definitely a little higher than they were a year ago. But at thehomeloanexpert.com, we have a saying, you marry the house, you date the rate. Got questions? Ready to get pre-approved? Let's talk. It all starts today at thehomeloanexpert.com.
This is Tim McKernan to tell you about Sound Story. If you're looking for the perfect holiday gift for your mother or father or your grandparents, you can find it at mysoundstory.com. And this week only through Black Friday, Sound Story gift cards are 20% off when you enter promo code GIFT at mysoundstory.com. With Sound Story, you have the choice of Doug Vaughn, Action Jackson, or myself to interview your mother, or your father, or your grandmother, your grandfather, or yourself to record life stories and wisdom for your family for years to come. It's the kind of gift that you'll never regret giving, and it's the rare gift that everyone will love, not just this year, but for years to come. Just go to mysoundstory.com and get our Black Friday week special of 20% off the cost of a Sound Story gift certificate by entering promo code GIFT. And you will be giving your family the gift of keeping your family's story saved forever. It's Sound Story. Promo code GIFT at mysoundstory.com.
Hey, it's Jackson for Rosalita's. TMA listeners know that's always a great time to gather at Rosalita's. Why not start off with a happy hour Monday through Friday from 3 to 6 p.m.? Enjoy happy hour specials including $3 off of appetizers like the wildly popular carne con cerveza, marinated steak cooked to order and served on a sizzling skillet. The patio is heated and covered, plus Rosalita's offers live music on Thursdays and mariachi every weekend. Check out rosalitascantina.com or visit the downtown or DePere location today. Time to get your fiesta on at Rosalita's.
Hey, if you like the morning after, check out Balloon Party on 101 ESPN. HD1, by the way. It's sports talk with Tim McKernan and Action Jackson from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. each weekday, right after the morning after. It's the worst named show in the history of radio, but the content's pretty good, so check it out on 101 ESPN or get the podcast on the TMA app. Live from the Michelob Ultra Studios, KPNT-FM HD2, Collinsville, St. Louis. This is TMA All Day. KPNT HD2, Collinsville, St. Louis. Now, back to the Ryan Kelly Morning After.
I couldn't really add anything, so this is what we're doing. Me and Doug are taking over.
That's all right.
We do have JR on the line, but I really don't want to... Sorry.
No, you're
There
okay.
we go.
JR likes this music.
JR thinks it's the same way. Well, he can't hear it because Ox is off.
This is probably playing in the Rutherford house nonstop.
God, I love Cassie.
How could you not?
I bet JR pumped. He knows this is going to be a quick hit.
Welcome back to the Ryan Kelly Morning After. We are live from the Michelob Ultra Studios. Got myself, Ken Iggy Strode, Douglas Elvin Vaughn, Darren the Plowhawk Atkins, and in my Horton Watkins studio is KG in O-Town. Tim is out sick today, so the inmates are running the asylum, and I think we're having a grand show, but it's about to get even grander because on the Steve Schmidt Key of North County phone lines, we have Jeremy Rutherford, presented by Mark Hanno. People are fired up to hear JR today.
Hey, how's everybody doing? Happy Thanksgiving, guys.
Happy Thanksgiving to you too, brother. How are you, man?
Doing well, doing well. Actually not on this trip, so yeah, I will spend the holiday with the family
That's
as the
awesome.
team is in Buffalo. So what I'll be doing is walking around my house, watching my son shoot pucks at TVs and my daughter make TikToks for a couple days.
Nice. That sounds like a fun little Thanksgiving break, and you don't have to you don't have to be in chilly Buffalo for this road trip. That must be nice.
Yeah, would they get like 4 feet, 5 feet? I don't think I could do that.
No, we can't. We're not built for that. But you know what these Blues are built for, Doug? Is runs. They're on a hot run right now.
That's right.
JR, and please excuse me. You know me. I'm not necessarily the greatest hockey aficionado, but I can see when greatness is happening. And what have you felt that the team is doing maybe differently, or just the vibe of practice or the dressing room in this stretch compared to the losing streak?
Yeah, completely different, Jackson, as you can imagine. And, 18 years of being in and out of that locker room during losing streaks and winning streaks, you can certainly pick up on that vibe. What are they doing better? They're just doing so many things better. And you go back to when Doug Armstrong addressed the players and addressed the media. They didn't win the next game. They still lost 3 more, but I think they were building in those losses to Boston and even the Philadelphia loss. They were building it. And so I think what it came down to was these veterans saying enough is enough. Doug's right. Let's get our act together. And they started playing better hockey, and it's just so noticeable in every area of the game. But it starts with the effort and the compete. You guys were watching. You knew that it wasn't there, and I think that's been first and foremost. You can get into all the X's and O's you want, but they're playing a lot harder.
Just it seems like a week or two ago, they were dead last in the entire league. Now they're tied for 4th in the Central, and win a couple more, you could be in first place here by this time next week. It's pretty incredible.
Yeah, it really is. And you know what? When they had lost that 8th straight game, admittedly, I'll sit here and tell you that we were talking about breaking up the team and trades and firing the coach potentially. And now you're talking about being in a playoff position. So I guess it is a reminder that it's still way early in the season and anything can happen. But when we say anything, I mean, this is just out of the ordinary. This just doesn't happen. It hadn't happened in Blues history, losing 8 straight games in regulation, and now to potentially on the cusp tonight of winning 8 straight on the heels of that. Interestingly, they're playing Buffalo tonight. Buffalo had an 8-game losing streak, and they won last night to end that. So it's not a situation tonight where the Blues are going into Buffalo and Buffalo's on their 8-game losing streak now. So we'll see what happens. They're going to run into a team that played really well last night in a 7-2 victory over Montreal.
And they're getting some good play from some guys that maybe we didn't expect it from, like Achari and Rosen and Levo and guys Pitluck. We hadn't even heard of some of these guys, and they're playing a lot and playing pretty well.
Yeah, that's been the biggest thing. And so when Doug Armstrong made those changes and he sent Jake Neighbors down to the American Hockey League and he brought Levo back and plugged in a couple other guys, my first thought was, okay, well, this isn't going to save the season, or this isn't going to much improve a team that's just lost 8 in a row. But these guys are capable. And I think the biggest thing is they come in and they do their part. And look what Josh Levo did. He stepped in there and he played with Ryan O'Reilly, and they found some chemistry, and O'Reilly seems to have gotten on track. And the biggest one, Doug, though, as you mentioned, Noel Achari, he's just been terrific. They bring a guy like him in the offseason to be a fourth liner. It's a 1-year deal. It's $1.25 million, and he's been one of the Blues' best players most of the season, and he's really stepped up here in the last stretch and played well. Good player, good guy for that locker room, too, and I think that's kind of most important, what they needed. Guys to have character and try to, during that 8-game losing streak, be part of wanting to get things back on the right track.
JR, how's the snow stitch up there?
Thanks for missing the first part of the interview. Doggone it, he's not there. He's home.
I knew somebody would have asked that. I asked where he was. Did you not go? Did you not go because of the snow?
That would be a good reason not to go, yes, because I am not a snow person. But, no, we kind of pick and choose some of these trips, and I went on the last big one, so sitting this one out.
That's a good one to sit out.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was...
The interview doesn't just start when you walk in the room. We've been going for a while.
I was fixing the coffee machine for the ladies back there.
Always helping the ladies.
That's right. JR, Jordan Bennington has been unbelievable. He stopped 188 out of 200 shots, and then you throw Grice in there, 235 at 251. Now that Grice has kind of been really solid over his past couple of games, do you see that same confidence that the Blues have when Jordan Bennington's in, when Grice is in? Because I know good goaltender makes the rest of the team better. Do you see that kind of the same way with either goalie in?
Yeah, Jax, I think so. And I think, obviously, with Bennington for sure, like the confidence is just through the roof, the team having in him. He's just played well all season. Like even during that 8-game stretch, he was playing well. And then Thomas Grice, has he had a hiccup or two? Maybe a goal here, a goal there, sure. But you're talking about a 36-year-old backup who's playing once every 12 days, and he comes in. And but for the most part, I feel like he's been pretty solid too. And he was good the other night, so he's been part of this winning streak and done a good job. So I think if you're looking at the Blues right now, you got to be really comfortable with the goaltending. But I got to tell you guys, we were in the locker room the other night standing next to Jordan Bennington. He makes me feel bad. I got the reverse Bennington haircut. He's kind of got the side shave there. He's got a lot of full hair down the middle, and I got the exact opposite.
Right.
I got the chrome dome. So
yeah,
just a little reverse Benner here.
No, that look is gonna come back in a big way. We got some 2-part questions in coming from the EDF text inbox. First one from certain to be a one-day TMA Hall of Famer, Carlos Spicy Wiener. First question is, JR, is Pierre Turgeon on Army's free agent target list? And 2, why watch TVs be destroyed or your daughter making TikToks when you can just pop on Facebook and watch Ken fry up some skate wing and a stick of butter with a side of microwavable rice?
Well, I tell you what, I haven't had anything this ironic happen in a long time, but I'm actually going to talk to Pierre Turgeon here in about 45 minutes. I'm writing a story about Al McInnes being one of the top 100 players in NHL history, and Pierre Turgeon, a teammate of his. I'm going to chat with him. So I will ask him if he has any intention of coming back and if he's talked to Doug Armstrong about a contract. And then, with the options that I have in terms of spending my Thanksgiving, that certainly sounds like a lot of fun. I don't know about you guys, but, man, these young kids, my kids just pop on the YouTube all day long, clip after clip after clip.
It's
I'll be cooking tonight. I haven't cooked in the last couple of weeks. Said things.
Awesome!
There's genuine excitement in JR's
and there's
voice.
nothing to bring in for Doug tomorrow. So sorry, buddy.
Well, I won't be here tomorrow anyway.
That's what I said. There'd be no fish for you tomorrow. I'm just gonna make a grouper sandwich tonight.
Jeremy, how's the snow up there in Buffalo?
Hey, you know what? I don't know if you guys heard this earlier, but I didn't go.
See, Doug, I already asked that question, Doug. Way to go.
Yeah.
Hey,
I didn't go to.
is that Bruce Nevich T-shirt going over big in the locker room?
I think so. I have not seen one, but I would venture to say that if they had heard the segment or seen the shirt, I think they would want one.
Yeah, Pavel certainly would want one.
We got to get one in there. We'll get one too.
Yeah, we got to get one. You know, my first thought is being a bigger fellow. How far up are we going on the sizes
4X,
here?
JR. We cater to the larger fellow. 4X is the top.
You don't need a 4X. You're not that big.
No.
I'm in.
You're tiny to some of our listeners.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
We got some
Hey,
walrus.
I did miss the live version the other night of the show, but I did catch the replay. And man, you were having a tough time with the lighters. It took 3 or 4 before you could get
went out for my smoke. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what happened. I usually have a pack of 6. I guess I was out, and if it's almost out, I throw it in the drawer. And I went through every one of those almost outs, but they were all out, so I couldn't find a lighter that worked.
They were all out, and that's part of just like any show. You get attached to it, you kind of get grip to it, and by that third lighter or so, I'm saying, "Come on, work, come on, work," and then damn, I got to go back in and get another one.
Look what's happened to our hockey segment. We're talking about cigarette lighters.
Iggy's contribution is, "Why aren't you in Buffalo?" And what's wrong with my cigarette lighters?
And I brought Bruce Nevich.
It's true, Pavel. JR, do you think we need a better emergency backup goalie that also moonlights as a vending machine coin gatherer? Also, will Peter Sejna be an upgrade on the wing?
They're probably talking about Peter Sejna. Sejna. There you go.
J is
At least you.
Too many consonants in a row.
Yeah. Well, first of all, Doug, we would stick to hockey if they'd win like 10 or 11 in a row. What's 7 games? That's nothing. So I mean, if they want us talking hockey, win 10 in a row.
Okay.
So we'll see. But yeah, Peter Sejna is not much taller than Tim, so I don't think that Sejna would come in and help him.
Yeah. Didn't he sing with Chicago for a while?
Peter Cetera.
Yeah. Oh, that was Cetera.
Different guy.
Yeah. It's close though. 2-parter. Who is the better two-way player, Michael Handzus or Lubos Bartechko? And second part, my boyfriend Doug likes to drop mud on me.
No, don't need 2
Should
parters.
I let him after Thanksgiving dinner? I'm worried about getting a corn mix coming out.
Nope.
That was from Butch Barebottom.
Oh.
So, JR, since you're in Buffalo, what are you eating on Thanksgiving?
Can't even get to a restaurant.
Wings, probably.
Yeah, there's about, I'm just looking out the hotel window here in Buffalo, and there's about 6 wing places, including the famous place, the Anchor Bar. Yeah, thanks.
You bet.
What Doug and I know that a lot of you young kids don't know, like Plowsy and Jackson,
I can't wait to hear this.
who were hockey fans.
Sit on my lap.
Who were hockey fans back in the day. Doug and I grew up with the Super Blade, where you buy that piece of plastic, put it on your stick, and then you melt it, and then you hook it however much you want. That thing would never crack. It never broke like a wooden stick. Street hockey, and you'd buy one of those things, and it lasted forever. You guys didn't know about the Super Blade.
I'm looking at it now.
What's Jeremy supposed to do with that? That's not a question for him. He's our blues expert.
I got some hockey in there. I talk some hockey.
There you go.
You're just pointing out a piece of equipment that was used 50 years ago?
Yes, because the kids nowadays don't know about that. Their parents got to go buy them new Cohos and Bowers and whatever, and probably go through 10 sticks. We went through one every 5 years.
Yeah, it's sick. You walk in these hockey stores, too, and you have to get into your 401k to buy these kids a stick.
Boy.
There's no Super Blades. Do you have one sitting around? I'd try to use it.
The skates are like $250. I mean, if you're talking top of the line, I know I saw a Twitter feed that kind of represented some of the price of new gear, and obviously this is top of the line gear, but it is a little pricey there to get you.
The skates. The skates big time, and not just the ice skates, the rollerblades too. I remember we'd go to whatever Walmart, Grandpa Pigeon, buy a pair for $8 and be on our way. And I went into a local store here a few months ago to buy my son some rollerblades. I even specifically told the guy, hey, I need middle of the road. I don't want the cheapos. I don't want the expensive ones. Let's go middle of the road. We got them up to the counter, $330 for rollerblades.
I'm looking at the ones that are $330
Jeez.
right now.
Isn't that why you go to Play It Again Sports, especially when your kid's foot is still growing and you're going to have to buy another pair next year?
Yeah, I love some play it again sports. Yeah, we're there a lot, but sometimes they don't have the right fit. But yeah, so my son, needless to say, is doing a lot of chores these days.
Yeah, I bet he got earn that.
Back when I played, and
Does this always have to be about you?
I'm going back to skates. Me and my brothers had the cheap Bowers. And there was no such thing as losing an edge. I mean, those things, you lose an edge after 2 minutes. You never sharpened it. So you turned into, you were skating on your ankles. You can buy skates now that nobody's going to have weak ankles. There's a support there. You're never going to skate on. You're a perfect skater if you buy a good pair of skates.
Look at these, Doug. Can you see these? $800.
Oh, yeah.
Iggy is hijacking JR's segment and talking about buying hockey blades with his war rations. That's from Mr. Slave.
Well, my parents bought it for us.
I love it, and he dropped a line there that I hear all the time when I talk to Reed Lowe. When I played.
Right. JR, I'm going to ask one more real hockey question. I'm going to try, and for all transparency, I just read your athletic article that you posted yesterday, and I'm asking questions based on that. I'm not afraid to be transparent. My skin is transparent, and so is my broadcasting. Colton Parayko, who missed a couple games with an upper body injury, he's coming back. Have you seen, because he was often to blame during that losing streak, have you seen him play a lot better and bring a different energy to the team that's really important on the defensive side?
Yeah, he missed 3 games with the upper body injury. Came back this past game, played about 22, 23 minutes, and looked pretty good. You know, the thing, and I wrote about this the other day, that you worry about with him is the back. He missed, I think it was 21 games a couple years ago with a back injury, and with being a big guy, that's always a tough thing for him. So Craig Berube said that it wasn't the back. Is he protecting the player there and trying to keep that quiet? But nonetheless, he made it back and he looked good. So yeah, they're definitely a better team with him in the lineup, and so yeah, he did bring a little bit of a different energy. But I think it's just knowing that your big guy's back there. And he's going to be able to get you through the game. I think that's what the Blues liked about that last game.
Couldn't that go the opposite, too? If you just say it's a back, and the NHL players aren't going to try to hit the guy. He's got a bad back. I'm not going to crash him into the boards. Maybe it works the opposite way.
Well, a couple things. One is the organization gave him an 8-year contract and said they did their due diligence on the back and feel comfortable that it's not going to be an issue. So then if suddenly it becomes news again, then that's kind of a bad situation for them. And according to Alexander Steen, who used to get on us every time we put the injuries in the newspaper or on the website, he'd yell at us and he'd say 100%. These guys come at us with their sticks and everything and go specifically for the injury if they know what it is. So you didn't have too many friends in the locker room if you put those specific injuries in the paper.
But they just go overboard. I mean, a guy gets slashed in the face. He's got 25 stitches. How's he doing? No, it's an upper body injury. No,
he's got him again.
He's got stitches in his face. Just say it.
He's got a face injury. Let's go after his mug.
Hey, what time is it in St. Louis? It's almost lunchtime here in Buffalo.
Yeah.
It's only 9:22 here.
9:22.
We're an hour behind you.
But JR, in all seriousness, I don't know how many years or how many times you're on the road during Thanksgiving now that you are home. What is some of the game plan for you? I know you said you're going to be watching your daughter TikTok videos and your other kids shooting pucks at the TV. Is there like a specific dish? Do you guys eat at a certain time? What's kind of the JR household like there on a Thanksgiving day? I want to see what kind of snacks you got going on.
Oh yeah, well you don't get this big without having some favorites. But I remember back in the day when I used to travel with the team, I'd be on the charter and the team hotels, and we'd be on the road for Thanksgiving. It was kind of fun. The team does a really good job of scouting out a good restaurant and having reservations, and they take the whole team. And usually they'll find a different room. I remember being in Denver, and we ate at John Elway's restaurant out there one year. And but this one, luckily enough, we'll be back home, so we'll bounce around to a couple different relatives. It doesn't matter what I eat. Here's my thing is you always got to go back for round 2, round 3. You need to space it out by like an hour or two. Go watch a quarter of football or what have you, and then start thinking about what you're going to get for round 2 and round 3.
Turkey sandwiches and such. Well, JR, great insight as always. We love having you on.
Say hello to Josh Allen while you're up there.
Yeah. Even though they're in Detroit. So neither of them are in Buffalo.
Great research by the show.
Hopefully they shovel the snow for you in front of the hotel.
Yeah. So best of luck to you in Buffalo. Buffalo, JR. And we will talk to you next week. Yeah, we'll be back next week.
Happy Thanksgiving, buddy.
Hey, you guys too. Yeah.
Happy Thanksgiving, JR. Have a good one, brother.
Hey, you guys too. Thanks a lot. Happy holiday, and we'll talk to you next week.
All right, thank you,
Thanks,
JR.
That's
Freaking
Jeremy
love JR, bro.
Rutherford, presented by Mark Hanna of Evergreen Wealth Strategies. He's the best.
Dude, there couldn't be
He
a
puts up with
better-
our nonsense better than anybody.
Yeah, in terms of like sports, I understand we don't talk about it a lot, but to add JR to the mix is great because he is funny as hell.
I always like when he's in studio with those guys down the hall, and I get to see him.
Oh yeah, he comes in
he's
studio with us,
great.
me and Tim, every once in a while, and he always has a good story, and he's just a great energy. So love talking to Jeremy.
Don't you think he
Rutherford.
gets off the phone after one of our interviews and just shakes his head? I can't believe what they just asked me.
He's probably flushing the toilet now. He's
Well,
like,
yeah.
all right, finally.
Well, in Buffalo, he's got to probably turn the thermostat up. But
Yeah.
the thermostat's been turned up in St. Louis a little bit, and that means it's a good time to try to get some work in over at Family Golf. Plowsy, can I hear a little bit about Family Golf?
Word up.
If you're looking to shave strokes, the weather is, Doug, I would describe it as tolerable.
Sure, I think you could play today.
Today and tomorrow, going out to Family Golf. That's the place to go. FamilyGolfOnline.com. And when the weather goes back to being cold for the next few months, you can still play on their indoor simulators at Family Golf. They have leagues, they have skins games, they have the whole thing there for you. And they have a short game area so you can practice during the winter, or when it's cold, you can go inside to a place called the Scoring Lab. Family Golf and Learning Center provides individual golf lessons and clinics for adults and juniors. Enjoy lunch or dinner on the terrace of the Back Nine Bar and Grill. Go to FamilyGolfOnline.com for more information or to sign up. I love that short game area. It's the best. It's where you shave strokes. It's FamilyGolfOnline.com.
My favorite thing about that library is you can hear Iggy leaving the studio with the door slam.
Can't sit still just for a
In the
minute.
recording, you can hear the chair move and then the door slam. Like, oh, yeah. Japan has defeated Germany 2-1 in Group E of the World Cup. Wow.
Who saw that coming, Doug? Or who saw it?
I saw it coming. These Japan club, they train hard.
Yeah.
They train hard, and they try to put a lot of pressure on the net, and they'll play good defense, too. Their goaltender is solid when he's healthy, and I thought that they could give the German side trouble.
And Tasuki, who scored that, what would be now the game winner, he's a player.
He's a player. I would call him a player, yeah. He can score if given the opportunity and a wide open net. He can score. He can put it in the onion bag.
And he can kick with both legs. And I think that's what separates him from the real greats.
Most of them simply cannot.
Very important.
So, like if the ball's on the left side of them and they're right-footed, they just let it go.
Funny,
They let it
you
go.
see him do an actual 360 to get it to their leg.
So the finals of the 2014 World Cup was Argentina and Germany. And now Germany has lost 2-1 to Japan, and Argentina lost 2-1 to Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
Wow. How the tables have turned just 8 years later.
Oh, well, it's just one game.
And here come the United States, and they tied.
Yeah.
Oh God, I'm still kind of tight about that.
Salty,
game against
salty,
Wales.
salty about
That
that.
first half was for the taking. Now, if they can come out strong against the Three Lions of England, watch out.
The Three Lions of England.
Three Lions.
Lions.
Yeah, they're like their crest has 3 lions on it.
Oh,
So they're
and
called Three
their
Lions.
team is absolutely, positively loaded.
Yeah, they're
I
sick.
hardly follow soccer, and I know 5 guys on their club.
Phil Foden.
Who are they?
Jack Grealish.
Yeah, Phil
Harry
Foden.
Kane. Raheem Sterling.
They are.
Trent Alexander-Arnold.
Okay,
Correct.
that's enough.
Yeah, they're sick, and they're young too,
They're
which is scary for the future. But the U.S. is young too. They got this guy Reyna, who's
They got
really
Harry-
really good. He's like 19. He's the next coming. They got Pulisic. So things are looking okay for the United States. They're in a decent position right now.
It's
they can
the
still make it through.
Yeah, Doug, and all I need to say is this. Fastest growing sport in America.
Who's saying that?
They've been saying that for 50 years.
No, they
was-
said that about lacrosse,
I
and
was
now they're saying
talking
about pickleball.
I'm talking to Doug when I was 6 or 7. This is in the. Didn't the men's team do in '94 do a deep run, or was it '96? Whenever they made a deep run,
Yeah, they had a good
all
team.
you heard was, "This is the next big sport."
Right.
It is the fastest growing sport in America.
I heard it when I was a
and
kid.
you will see it become more popular, and then they started naming off NFL, Major League Baseball. That was 25 years ago. If we can't, make it to a semifinal World Cup game,
That's no easy task.
it is no easy task. But this is supposed to be growing 30 years ago. And I think eventually you have to have something positive happen. The female team is unreal. Like, that's
Four-time
how.
champs.
That is how. Just think about if the men's team equaled kind of the talent level and, the accolade that the females have gotten in World Cup. The men's team is a disaster and has been. Not now, but it was. They missed the last 2 World Cups.
No.
Is that good?
2018
Did
only. They made it 2014.
That's like missing a bowl game. That's going 5-7 in college football.
Italy just won the Euros in 2020, and now they're not playing in the World Cup.
Yeah.
They didn't play hard enough in the qualifiers, but the next World Cup will be in these United States of America.
Where is it?
All of North America. So World Cup does countries, Olympics does cities. So it'll be all across North America.
Okay,
Canada,
I didn't know if
Mexico,
they had a
US.
specific region that they were going to be hitting up.
Like it's in the games in Qatar, it's all over the country. Same with when it was in Russia or Brazil or South Africa. It goes all across the country because it's you can't build, like, what city in America would have 16 stadiums to host all these games.
You could do L.A. and you could almost do a World Cup in L.A. depending on if you're not picky about your stadium that you go into.
You have to have big enough stadiums.
Wait, the Coliseum and the Rose Bowl and Dodger Stadium.
Got
might be big
SoFi
enough.
for one of the major,
SoFi,
the biggest game of that day could be at SoFi. Bring back the Forum.
The Forum. That was an indoor place.
Just an indoor soccer arena.
Yeah. If there was any city that could possibly pull it off, that'd be the one.
They have 20-some professional sports teams. That's obviously including the MLB. That's not just the 4 major ones.
So we are about 30 minutes, less than that, 15 minutes away from designing our heating and cooling email today on 101 ESPN. I believe the opening drive with Randy Carricker and Kerry Davis will be taking over Tim and I's spot from 10 to 11. And then Pepper and Jeannie. I'll be off, boys, so I'm available for Pepper and Jeannie if you guys would have me.
I'll be honest. I don't want to do it.
Well, why not?
But we will. Oh,
Come on in.
By the way, Jackson, do you have a Muggsy promo code, or is there no promo code?
The code is TMA, but for right now, for November 1st through 30th, up to 30% off, no promo code needed.
Gotcha.
Well, that
was a nice, quick little aside.
Orange jeans there.
Yeah. But I wanna do a Thanksgiving extravaganza. We have KG in O-Town here too. He can join, can he? We have 4-man.
I feel bad.
A little 4-man, 4-on-4.
Sure.
Feel bad for what?
Well, we haven't got you involved enough. I feel bad. I want you to make sure that you get your money's worth.
Well, why don't you
pay to be here?
Why don't Jackson and KG in O-Town do Pepper and Jeannie? You and I will take a day off.
Where are you on soccer, KG? Big fan or no?
What's up?
Well, that's exactly what Jackson would have said.
Well done, sir.
Where are you on soccer? Is this a
I
big
appreciate
interest of yours?
I'm into the World Cup, but I know nothing about the rules. I would not consider myself a fan, but go USA.
There you go. Can't lose with that attitude.
That's probably where a big chunk of the country is right there.
I've talked about this, I think, on 101, where, like, a lot of soccer fans in America are, like, they're either not very big soccer fans at all, so they don't want to hear about it, or they're really passionate soccer fans, and when people who are less educated on the sport than them talk about it, they get really upset, so you really can't win.
No, you can't.
I feel like less people are kind of in that zone where I am, where it's like, I like soccer, I watch some soccer throughout the year, and I really love the World Cup, but I'm not, like, a diehard.
Right.
I feel like a lot of people are actually in that category, but, like, for the most part, people are one side or the other.
God, if I had a choice between a soccer game or a Taylor Swift concert, I may just...
Which would you do?
My head may explode. I don't know if I could actually pick one.
You're going to go to some dog
You wouldn't
games,
go to a soccer game?
No, I would definitely do that way over Taylor Swift. I'll go to some dog games.
Will you wear a scarf around your neck?
I ain't doing it.
Will you stand and chant?
There's a reason at the Blues game we're down 4-1 and people are doing the power play dance. I choose to sit in silence.
Do the power play dance.
I don't
Get
like
this team
it.
going.
I don't like it when we're down late in the third period. It's obviously that we're going to lose.
Well, maybe not.
And you got the fan going, oh. Yeah, it's like, what the hell are you doing? We're down 4-1. We're getting our asses handed to us.
Trying to come back. You got to try to
You're down
come
4-1
back,
in the
don't
third
you?
period. I'm not at the game anymore.
Iggy,
Are you at the game after the first period?
I mean,
You're back to putt, potty, pouty.
Putt, pout, pout.
I haven't been to a game in
Once you get the bluey bobblehead.
Really? You haven't been to a Blues game in 10 years?
No.
Then why am I getting killed on the text line?
Why won't you go? Blues games are great entertainment.
Can't be bothered.
Those all-inclusive...
Because you're so busy.
No,
Doug,
I'm just lazy.
We talk about those all-inclusive, not on like the ice level, But those ones like that
those are nice.
back up to where the all-inclusive is. So kind of like that open living to dining area.
Right.
You know, where you can,
that's the way to go.
You can go sit, but in 2 seconds you can be getting yourself a drink.
At the buffet line again.
They have like literally bowls of M&Ms and like snacks. Like they
right up our alley.
Is there a scooper in there?
Well, yeah, there is
There's a
typically.
scooper.
I hate when they don't have
bare hands.
Yeah, I can't. And I'm not a big germaphobe. I just when it's buffet style, give me a fork, a main serving spoon, and I will use that.
Yeah, I always remember the story when I see something like a bowl's out and there's no scooper. My dad was old school bartender at Charcoal House, and he would use his hands for the ice, like he's making a drink, and he just put the glass there and put the ice in. And there was some drunk old dude at the corner of the bar. I was in there one day, and I've never seen my dad do this. The guy, you using your hands? He goes, yeah. Why don't you use a scoop? My dad goes, well, it's a lot easier like this. I've been doing bartending for a long time. I know what I'm doing. I don't believe you're using your hands. He goes, you have a problem with that? But I see you putting your hands into those nuts that are sitting on the bar. You know how many different hands have been in those nuts and you're putting them in your mouth? Boy, this guy just popped off like, and my dad just finally said, I'm going to ask you just to be quiet. Seriously, sit there and drink. Just be quiet. And I'm watching. I said, something's going to happen here. My dad's getting pissed off with this guy. And he goes, give me a drink and don't use the hands. My dad just pop.
Punched him.
He popped him right in the face.
Wow. You're kidding.
No,
That's assault.
The guy fell on the floor. My dad goes, Johnny Walker. This guy worth the name Johnny Walker, really. He goes, Johnny, take him outside, please. And my dad was like 5'6", weighed about 100 pounds.
And punched him.
He never fought. He couldn't take with this drunk guy anymore. He just said, that's enough.
Put right in the mouth and the yap.
Bam, right in the kisser.
I'm just sitting right there. That's kind of funny. But he bitched about not using a scooper. But you put your hands in those nuts. You know how many hands have been in there and you're eating them?
I don't know how many.
They still have those at tables. Like
nuts.
Bowls of nuts on the bar, and people are just sticking their hands in there and eating them.
Yeah.
I'm almost there.
We didn't think about that stuff until COVID rolled around.
Yeah, that's true.
Well,
some people were germaphobes before that.
I always thought with bowling alleys that it was really gross that you would stick your hand in the house balls and then go and feast upon your toasted ravioli or your French fries that are sitting right there. And I mean, I never worked at the bowling alley. I can't assume the cleaning process of the holes are too thorough.
They don't clean the holes. They spray the shoes, but they do nothing with those holes.
It's a little exercise for your immune system.
Yeah, putting it through the ringer.
That's how you get stronger.
That's true. You gotta. Oh God.
They say that could be part of the problem with this RSP or whatever
RSV.
going around with kids today. Is a lot of them were locked in their house for 2 years, didn't go anywhere, didn't do anything, weren't around other kids, and now their immune system is not as strong as it once was. At least that's what one school of thought is.
Well, I figured that Iggy's story there would lead to some text. Good point. I can't imagine how many hands have been on Doug's nuts. Yet I still put them in my.
Okay, who was that?
Marv and Florissant.
Marv, you just got yourself suspended. You got yourself suspended a period of 2 days' time, and your name right now, as we speak, is going into the suspension log. You'll serve a suspension to last a period of 2 days' time.
And I will say, my dad was not a violent person.
No, he just punched a man in the face.
That's the only time I saw my dad really get mad at that bar. Because there's all of his friends in there. This guy was kind of a newbie.
Well, when your dad was a bartender, you can be your own bartender with batch and bottle premium cocktails.
Okay.
Can I hear a little bit about them?
Yeah, let me just...
batch and bottle, did you say?
Yeah, it's a great product.
We had... Jimmy Mayer won the booze bin at Gobble Bowl. And there was about 12 of those in there that our boys Tim and from William Grant & Sons gave me. Those are nice, man. You just pop it. Oh, I just made a Moscow
I've had
Mule.
a couple.
Bang.
They're
I just
really
made
awesome.
a man.
Well, you know, Doug, making a delicious drink should be as easy and simple as pouring a glass of wine, and now it is, thanks to Batch and Bottle's new ready-to-serve cocktails, all containing super premium spirits like the Hendrick's Gin Martini, Glenfiddich Single Malt Manhattan, Reka Rhubarb Cosmo, and Monkey Shoulder Lazy Old Fashioned. Don't spend your next party in the kitchen shaking and stirring while your guests have a good time without you like a cock. Treat them and treat yourself to Batch and Bottle's premium ready-to-serve cocktails. Batch and Bottle premium pre-batched cocktails, imported by William Grant & Sons, Inc., New York, New York.
Well, your edits are right on today.
That was fire.
That was fire. That one.
And how about our 8 o'clock sponsor, the fine folks over at Appliance Discounters?
Oh, you already, we already did appliance.
All right, beautiful.
See, I'm ahead of the game.
You sure are.
I'm ahead of the
You're
game.
a rock star, Plowboy. You really are. Boy, KG in O-Town throwing out some text. I like that, KG. You're interacting with the listeners, and I like that he's texting back to some people.
Is he really?
Yeah. Good, nice text, not going after anybody.
Oh, well, go ahead and go after Marvin Ferguson.
Hey, guys, joining late today. What did I miss? That's from Chester Drawers. Well, I'll recap for him. What did we talk about? Talked about Jerry Royce.
Well, yeah.
Well, Jerry Royce. We had Jeremy Rutherford on. We talked about college football.
Nerds have completely ruined baseball, and it's never coming back.
Oh, there you go, Chester.
I think that's a little drastic.
What do you think? Dude, I could hit .90, but have solid defense and good off-the-bat speed, and I'm a player. I'm a player.
I would like a Thanksgiving. Sorry, there's something.
What are you doing now?
Shrub. There's shrub in there.
Okay. A holiday shrub.
A Thanksgiving request for KG and O-Town, if you would do this for me.
Ooh. What you got?
When Learn came in the studio, I think maybe the first or the second time she was in studio with all of us, and her and I in the 9 o'clock hour did a duet of Stevie Nicks and Tom Petty. Can you do a?
This is a hijack.
Can you do a TikTok on that, and then you put on the wig like Learn and sing back and forth?
Well, I'm hesitant to put it out there because nothing's official yet, but I have made contact with Learn, and it sounds like she might be in for co-starring in one, so maybe that'll have to be it.
Oh, what a development.
I can't find that, me and her singing that duet.
What was it? Stop Dragging My Heart Around?
Yeah, I think so.
Where'd you look for it?
I didn't look.
It's
took that pot down.
I can't find it. Someone else has to do it
It's
for
in the
me.
segment and on YouTube. If we find the day, I could find both versions.
About 2 minutes.
Can't find it.
I forgot when she was in.
That was
I'm
a
not gonna look at the
blatant lie.
Took that pot down.
But I would like to. I like
Just
to see
couldn't
that.
find.
I can't find it. In other words, someone find it for me.
That's
so I can have
basically what I'm
another
asking.
moment in the spotlight.
I got you, Iggy. I think I know where that's at.
All right, buddy. Thank you.
Too nice. You're too
You
nice.
just got better at teasing.
God, it's shameless.
I think we killed it, and
Nice.
I haven't listened to it yet.
I remember Learn, like, I was shocked at how, well, she's super talented, but, like, the fact that she was able to sing like that was awesome.
Oh, yeah, her band.
Didn't you guys do Shallow? I thought you guys did Shallow.
I don't think I couldn't sing that. No way.
In the
You have sung-
I
you sang
think
in
we
the
did.
past.
No, I think we did Dragging My Heart.
Papa. I keep thinking that these KG No Towns responses are people texting in. And so I'm getting, it's not your fault, KG. No, not at all. I need more KG interaction. Don't listen to Ken, though, and don't let him request something he'll use in the hovel over the break. It's from the retired air marshal.
No, don't leave Learn out of mine.
Yeah, I agree. Sup, KG. The wife and I watched a bunch of your TMA TikToks last night. So solid. It's from Scott's Wrinkled Ballsack.
No.
Do you think that's a proposition a little bit? You think they're propositioning KG No Town?
I don't know. You have to ask him.
No, I think that's possible.
Hit me up, Scott.
Ooh. So you're open to it.
Everybody in this dais has been propositioned except for me, and I'm the one guy that would probably go.
Would you make the drive, KG No Town, to the peninsula of Illinois?
For Mrs. Ballsack?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Oh, good for you. Let me be honest.
Well, we'll see him on December, is it 8th? Is our thing?
Yeah, at Harpo's in Chesterfield.
Yeah, they're coming out.
Are they?
Yeah.
Sweet.
So they're looking forward to it.
Sweet. Maybe his wife might win Rookie of the Year. Who knows? Is she? I don't know.
No, she's been around a couple of years.
Okay.
Yeah, but they may win something. So, do you have to be there to win?
No.
Because some
I
of
don't
these
think
people
so. I
I'm
don't
voting
know
for, I don't even know who they are. I mean, we know their texted names. I don't know their real name. I don't know who they are.
Well, we know some people.
Some, but not all.
Well, the worst case, they can submit a award speech to us, and we'll read it for them.
People have
Or
to
you
give
just
award
videotape it and
speeches?
we'll play
I
it.
believe it.
If they win, they have to come up and give a little talk.
Yeah, they have,
Well, yeah.
To, they have to fix the world's problems.
Yeah, we're not just
Oh,
going
they
to
do.
give it out
1
and say,
minute.
go away. Say something, then we can make fun of you.
Huh.
So I saw Deke Dolan before Jerry Rutherford asked JR what his favorite fries were.
Look at the 67-pound goldfish, don't you?
I saw that. I saw that. I put that in it was in the links the other day. Yeah,
What was that?
67-pound goldfish.
It's just an over.
Isn't that insane? That's what happens when you flush them and they survive. They just get insane.
No,
Really?
that,
They keep growing like that?
They do.
that lake it's not a lake, it's that pond that's right by my old house in Brentwood that we fish at.
That is
There's some huge goldfish in there because they stocked that thing when it was first started, and those things haven't died. I mean, there's some goldfish that are the size of carp in there.
Really?
I don't think they're 67 pounds, but
I guess there's nothing in there to eat them.
yeah, once you get bigger, nothing's going to eat you.
I'm thankful for this time of year because all the times that Doug throws that ass back for us listeners. Gets my milk flowing. It's from Mr. Fong.
See, I don't know what that even is talking about.
He's talking about you throwing some ass. Will I know if I'm nominated for Rookie of the Year? Do I need to buy a table? I need to let relatives from out of town know so they have time to pack. That's from caller Buzz.
Yeah, what you do is you Venmo each one of us $500.
D. Atkins, 420.
Yeah.
Now, we will announce
let us
the
know.
nominees, correct? And then they will find out who won that night.
Right. Right. So if people will know if they're in contention to win and if they can or can't be there. It's going to be a lovely night. We're going to have Lisa Ann will be in town December 8th at Harpo's.
Is she bringing mashed potatoes and gravy with her?
Oh, you mean Young Gravy?
Whatever his name is.
Damn, you're not high on Young Gravy.
I'm not high on him at all.
Why?
What's your beef? What's your beef with Gravy?
He just looks like a young douche.
Oh, jeez.
Why? Just because he's trying to make it as a singer, rapper?
I don't know. There's something about him. Maybe it's because he's got his hand on Lisa Ann's boob. I don't know.
You're jealous, right?
Gravy's hot like he's jumping out the griddle.
You think you have a shot with Lisa Ann,
No,
and this guy's
No, we're
taking
friends. I couldn't sleep with Lisa Ann if she offered it to me.
Jackson, what's your favorite Young Gravy song?
Betty. I don't mind being mainstream. Betty's a banger. Damn Gravy, you so clean, so delicious. How come you ain't got no misses?
Okay, that's enough.
We did gloss over the fact that Iggy said he would deny Lisa Ann Bang Sang.
Big loss for her.
No, I don't watch your videos anymore.
I'm with you on that. Like, I am with you. I couldn't watch a Lisa Ann video. Not because they're not fantastic.
No. Dillian Harper, I'm pissed off that if I had a shot, I would have been all over that.
No, Lisa did
Lisa
say.
Ann, no.
Yeah, that would have. So the Dillian Harper, and you would have moved for her. Like you would have been active during it.
Oh yeah, I'd have given her a porn scene.
What's that mean?
No, we'd have done it. Well, I don't know if I'd have lasted that long with her.
I would love it if you go,
Heaven's
okay,
sakes.
Dillian, can you get off the bed? I need to assume my position. That's like, just straight on your back. Okay, I'm ready.
Right.
Let's lay here.
Ken is so jealous. I'm sorry, he said walls. That's from Brian Henson.
I'm
He's
not
covering the
jealous.
Colts.
No, I'm not jealous. I mean, I didn't mean to call him a douche. He's probably a nice guy. And it's just I don't know who he is. I just saw some stranger sitting at a table, and I was confused because I thought she was in love with the other dude, and I thought that's who it was. No, I dumped him. A week ago, you were in love. Now you got another guy you're in love with.
You know who we're in love with, Doug?
No.
Mungenast.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
the fine folks over in Mungenast.
I mean, you could fall in love with that service department in about 2 seconds from people coming up to you immediately. Your car is in there. I've never had to wait for my car to get into the service department.
No.
They're in there like swimwear. It's wonderful. Doug,
in there like
Mungenast.
swimwear.
The only time I had to wait is, and then Clayton took us to lunch.
Oh, that's the best.
Yeah.
Clayton always takes us
Great
a lot.
people. They've got me driving that Toyota Highlander.
They're amazing.
What
Sweet
a
ride.
fantastic.
My dad's
fantastic
looking
SUV.
looking into getting the Highlander.
Oh, I couldn't recommend it highly enough.
Yeah, he's
At
gonna
Alton
go to
Toyota.
Mungenast. Yeah, that's right. He's
Mungenast,
going to Mungenast.
Burkhardt, Alton Toyota.
Yeah.
And Jamie donated, again for Gobble Bowl, he gives so much. He donated two $250 gift certificates for maintenance at your car. And the odds of this happening, I don't know, Doug, zillion to one.
Zillion.
Sarah B. donated a Renoco coffee prize pack because she works at Renoco.
Mm-hmm.
It's got different coffees and mugs and teas in there. We're giving that away. I pull the number. Sarah B. won it.
Wow.
She won her own item?
She won her own item. So I said, no, we're not doing that. The next item up was the $250 service at either Alton Toyota or St. Louis
Who
Acura.
won that?
I gave it to Sarah B.
There you go.
Oh, I bet she loved
And then
that.
I pulled another ticket and gave away the Renoco. But she was so excited to get that. She goes, oh, my God, I need an oil change and a tire rotation. I know where I'm going.
It's perfect. Yeah, it's the only place you go if you need a pre-owned car, a new car. If you just need your car service, you go to St. Louis Acura or Alton Toyota. That is Mungenast. All right, boys, let's get into the Design Air Heating and Cooling.
We have done it.
Email.
I can't believe we did it.
Yeah, it was rock solid. Here's why the Strodecast is impotent. 18 years ago, I've done my mom's Christmas lights on Thanksgiving. It's going to rain, so I done them today.
I've done them.
Because that's what a Golden Griffin is. That's what a Golden Griffin does. My buddy Austin's dad taught me that at the 1981 Vianney Father-Son dance, he was like, hey, handsome, this band doesn't even know any power ballads. Let's get out of here. We ended up at the Mills. He said, I'm going to teach you something. Take a look at these hot girls.
At the Mills?
Feel that funny feeling in your pant? I've got one too. It's called an erection, and we were getting them from the guys next to those hot girls.
Oh.
Afterwards, we got a burger. When all of a sudden I had checked my plastered against the jukebox, and Austin was screaming, "Ride 'em, cowboy!" And that's the story of the time I was at the end of the train with Austin in the middle, and a cook from Johnny Rockets gave it to him hard.
That's not a good email.
That's from the Big Thigh.
The Big Thigh.
No,
He's new.
That's a lie. I've seen some of your pictures of your mother raking her own leaves. You won't even do that for her. There's no way you're putting lights up for her.
Do you know who the Big Thigh is?
Yeah.
Who is it?
It's Kevin Miller, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
Ahoy. Well played, white hot take, sans Tim. This ma'am, I mean. Speaking of that, a quick Turkey Day supper update. Homeboy will be noshing on some nummy mashed taters, juicy dark meat, greeny beanie Cassie, and sweet yam yams. That's all pretty norm. The big surprise is yours truly will lead off with dessert. Celebrating Skanksgiving this evening with a little Doug's Butt cream pie.
Okay.
Big Eek. Thanks. Happy Thanksgiving, boys. How do you do? Concerns? Thoughts? No fooling. Lefty Jack.
Lefty Jack Smear with a poor email.
Yeah, it wasn't good.
No.
Let's see.
Really. He's out.
Yeah, I guess we're done breaking down Del Griffith's shower curtain ring business model. We can add Taylor Swift doesn't have any talent to the list of Plowhawk's worst takes alongside Bill Russell wasn't that good. The Office got better after Michael Scott left. McDonald's is at fault for not giving him free dog treats when he didn't order anything. Soccer popularity isn't growing in the U.S. and littering cigarettes isn't as big a deal as because people drive cars.
Well, show me the popularity, because in 30 years we have done the exact same thing at the World Cup that we did 30 years prior to that, and that is absolutely nothing. And where are the talent? Where are they?
Iggy can't possibly be expected to read work-related texts right in the middle of the afternoon. He's too busy working on the business plan for his tropical indoor mini golf course and bar. Well, that and he had to end his 2-week hiatus from the masturbation station, scouring the dark web for leaked, unseen videos of Jeannie Onyx, Farmin' Brit, and Get in the Car OnlyFans mechanic with giant breast. Those aren't pillows. That's from Buck Swope.
I found 2 of them. I can't find the Jeannie Onyx.
Buck Swope.
Found the Farm and Brit mopping video.
Buck Swope didn't used to be a regular emailer, but he is now.
He's
Almost every day now.
Because he's getting jobs are getting taken over by other people to do his job, so he's got to be relevant somehow.
Like what sort of jobs?
Well, we have our own videographer. We don't need him for that. D'Angelo Hopkins doing a lot of TikToks, so he's got to find something else to get his name out there.
Oh.
I hope everyone on the dais has a great Thanksgiving and gobbles till you wobble. Some people like to gobble on some things, and some people like to gobble on others. My boyfriend Simon and I like to gobble on each other. Got a scoot. That's from Doug's microphone shadow.
really need
P.S. After seeing that video of a young Jay Jr. and Iggy, I'm starting to believe that Iggy did have over 500 women. Me likey.
Oh.
Thanks, buddy.
Yeah.
Doug's microphone shadow.
Yeah, we were both young.
The door swung open, and there he was, his beautiful half-dollar-sized inverted nipples swinging behind his loosely fitting robe. My hindquarters began to salivate.
Oh, they don't salivate.
He brought me inside and handed me an appetizer drink. Normally, a date would pour a Cosmo or martini, but he gave his guests something to set the mood, Miralax.
Oh.
We dined on assorted frozen pizzas and tea wraps before adjourning to the upstairs restroom. We drew ourselves a warm bath, then released our stinky yoo-hoo into romantic waters. We wanted that night to go on forever. This is getting serious. Have I found my forever person? That's from Danny Tanner.
He said stinky yoo-hoo? Is that what he said?
It's correct.
Danny Tanner.
Isn't that the chocolate drink mix?
Yeah, it's delicious. I love yoo-hoo. Can I tell you a story? It's a bit naughty, but I promise it's true. It happened last evening, as my neighborhood of fats had our annual Thanksgiving Eve buffet-style celebration. Truth or dare, he whispered, just quiet enough that my 4 kids and fat wife couldn't hear.
Oh.
Acting coy, I mouthed, truth. Have you ever finished with just a kiss? Asked Clyde. I giggled. I knew it was time to get slutty. I can't answer that here, so I guess I'll go with the double doggy me dare instead. I left my 6-year-old in charge. We snuck away to the construction site of one of the 6 new car washes going up on Chippewa. We started mouth play immediately. The juice from his full bottom lip of Copenhagen long cut started to make his way onto my mouth hole. Slowly at first, just to tease, then more until finally our mouths became one, allowing the log of Copenhagen tobacco to freely dance and tickle our throats. How was Clyde's mouth flavor, you ask? Oh, it was just right. The perfect combination of stale tobacco and the garlic-based Thanksgiving gravy.
No.
Clyde continued to tease me with his tongue, delivering a series of well-timed tongue punches. The eighth punch, a violent thrust that left my throat bruised, did the trick. I finished... Oh, God.
It's a big tongue.
Iggy will say it's fake, but that's the fourth Thanksgiving Eve orgasm I've had at a new car wash construction site. Hugs and kisses for Doug. That's from South City Otis.
Okay. South City Otis.
And one more, final email. Happy Thanksgiving Eve, gentlemen. Here's a holiday haiku to celebrate our independence from the Dutch, entitled, In Bed on a Winter's Morn. Lance knows what to do. Standing, he straddles my head. His mud is my cud.
No.
Think about it. Sniff, sniff, whiff, whiff. That's from the Lord of Ledoux.
Didn't need that.
And that's what we got for the designer.
Lord of Ledoux.
Email today. What you got, fellers? What do you got, Doug? You lead us off.
Well, I'm going to go with a fellow by the name of Buck Swope.
Oh, wow.
I thought Buck Swope had
Man,
probably
you're
the best
doing
one.
this. You're doing it every day.
Why? What do you mean?
His email was nothing.
No, it wasn't bad.
Who's the guy that said me likey, who liked my picture?
Me likey. That was Doug's microphone
Figured it had to get down to the guy who liked your picture.
Yeah, well, I'm going to go with microphone shadow.
You know, it was short, and it was the last one. Maybe it's recency bias, but I really like the Lord of Ledoux.
I didn't care for it.
Yeah, I'll do the Lord of Ledoux, too.
Lord of Ledoux has won.
You didn't
Design
listen to any
Air,
of it.
Heating and Cooling. Email of the day. The standings are as follows, because we only have 2 more emails of the day when we come back. Three, 28th, 29th, and 30th.
Yeah.
So our leaders in the clubhouse, Ellen Foley has 2, Danny Tanner has 2, Buck Swope has 2.
Yeah, I thought he was good.
And
Thanks to you. You're just giving them all to him.
Hey Phil, Kevin Miller, Twink Toilet, Brian Henshin, Tunnels 12,000, JV Golf Coach, and now the Lord of Ledoux are just 1 game back. So a lot can happen. Of course, the prize is a signed Maitland Ward book.
Oh.
For the designer, email of the month. This is going to close out our Maggie O'Brien's 9 o'clock hour. You can catch the Game of the Pint at one of the 2 locations in Sunset Hills and downtown. Boys, I hope you all have a wonderful Thanksgiving. I'm thankful for all of you.
Oh, we did it.
KG and O-Town, thanks for coming in and hanging out with us. We're looking forward to hanging out with you next week.
Yeah, can't wait. Dream come true. Love it.
Yeah, I'll see you in like 11 days.
Yeah, Iggy, we're going to miss you.
Crazy.
We will hardly even recognize you if you're gone 11 days.
You're going to have a huge forearm.
Why?
You're going to come back with a big tan?
Like Popeye over here.
Yeah, I'll be my right hand will be so huge.
Oh, no.
Coming up on 101, I believe Randy Carricker and Kerry Davis will continue their show for another hour as Tim is out. And then we're going to do, I say we do Pepper and Jeannie, a little 4-man team, a little Thanksgiving spectacular.
Yeah, we'll have a 4-person in here.
It'll be fun.
Nice. 2 minutes of talking a piece. I love that.
There we go. There'll be a Thanksgiving spectacular on Pepper and Jeannie. For Ken, Iggy Strove, for Douglas Elvin Vaughn, for Darren the Plowhawk Atkins, for KG and O-Town, for Tim, who is out sick today. I'm Action Jackson. You've been listening to the Ryan Kelly Morning After.
Guess what? TMA is giving out end-of-the-year awards to TMA fans.
It's happening December 8th at Harpo's in Chesterfield.
And we'd like all of you to be there.
You think we're going to have an award for the most misshapen head?
Cool, man. Cool. But maybe we'll do most translucent skin, though.
How about the most perverted show member with bleached blonde hair?
You talking about me?
Yeah.
Well,